He, he's ready for anything.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome to another session of Dungeons and That Is. We're on session 5. Man, guys, can you believe that we're already on our 5th episode? Can we go ahead and introduce our team, our players, the Antiquarians?
Hi, I'm Mojo, and I play Shonen Gold, who is a young human barbarian male.
I am Fritos. I play the young dashing bartender Raven Falcor.
I am Tax Stallion, and I play the gnome artificer Tydox Truebolt.
And I'm Captain Ert.
And those are his dinosaur buddies.
That's right. His pals. Captain Ert's a dinosaur, right?
I'm close
yeah.
enough.
Basically,
Pretty much. Our last player, name
Oh, yeah.
and race. And what do you do?
I'm Lorpheus, and I play Ranmond.
Nice. And I am Matty Ice. I get to be your humble dungeon master for the fun that we have going. Small little recap from session 4, just in case you guys missed it and need to know. The gang, they leave the cave, the Broodmother cave, and they begin to try to figure out what to do next. So they begin walking. Redeem tries to use the horn of Valhalla. Realizes the magic has been sucked out of it. Tries to imbue his magic to fill the horn and vanishes into what appears to be another realm. They then fight and bicker on leadership and what to do next. They decided what they're currently doing is not a good spot to be as they see the pirates on the coast. They then leave to go deeper into the Riverlands where Tydox has actually been before. He shares some of his backstory and they come across a very passable but seemingly impassable river. They recognize that the current goes inland instead of towards the sea. They follow it to a marshy river village on the mouth of the river. They find the nearest bar and begin to drink and be merry. Too merry, in fact, as they decided to, get into a bit of a bar fight as they discuss the map that's been circled in both the northeast, the northwest, and the east of the maps. They decide that they're gonna let luck decide where they're gonna go next, and they choose to go to the northeast. They end up having a bit too much to drink again and having a good old tavern brawl where Tydox claims his first victim by sucker punching a dude on death's door, and he hits him for 1 billion damage and kills the guy. Clocks him right on. They then discover that the lord of the village could be a good resource for him. They end up discovering some dark and spooky things as Tydox sees that if he stays being a hermit dedicated to his work, that he may become a crazy, psychopathic killer. The gang lights the place on fire and narrowly escapes as 2 members have fallen unconscious. This is where we begin today's adventure before anybody makes any actions. Our 2 players who end up unconscious, you guys begin to feel a place of death, some sort of afterlife for your character. So we'll start with Sho. Sho, what are your thoughts right now? What place would you imagine Sho is in right now?
Shell is in a field of wheat, and he's laying down, and he's surrounded by gold, and he's staring up into a cloudless, extremely blue sky. And he can feel the wind kind of blowing on his face, and he can hear his mother calling him in for dinner as he is waking up from a nap. But he just still feels kind of sleepy, and so he's gonna just keep on laying in the field of wheat and just relaxing.
Sho, it's dinner time. Sho, as your mother calls and calls. You see one of the mercenary men who have raised you for a long time. begins to approach your area. What do you do?
Captain Brayburn? What
Hi.
are you doing here?
I've come to take you back.
Back. Oh, I guess this is all just a dream. And then I think he would just kind of sit up, and he's just not completely all the way up, but is just kind of thinking like, oh, I knew it was too good to be true. And then he just resigns himself and gets up and would follow Captain Brayburn.
Yeah, as the scene shifts from a wheat field, a golden area with clear blue skies, you begin to see a dark, spooky cave. A cave of maybe somewhere you've been before, something that you've been a part of, where you're seeing the scene shifts as you see members of your old mercenary group have now fallen in front of you. Yeah, and so you see as the scene continues to drag on, the whole group of your comrades are stained the floor of this cave. You see Captain, did you say Briar? Sorry,
Brayburn.
Yeah, you see him huddled over with a axe into his chest. Shut! Get out of here!
Captain, what has happening? I
can't believe this has happened. It's just everything that I've ever wanted, all gone.
Captain. I think he would be shaking him, kind of.
Yeah. You begin to shake him, and as you shake him, the scene shifts again. And now you see your new party. Every single one of them, as if nothing has happened. You're back at maybe some sort of tavern or house, but it doesn't seem like it's right now. It seems like it could be somewhere in the future. You see all of your friends start up before you as they're calling out. You can't hear anything that they're saying. You're just staring. They're just staring deeper and deeper into you.
Y'all, what happened? What did we get the halfling out? Are we okay? I could have sworn I was burned. And then I think he's like looking at his body like, you guys got out? I thought Raven was hurt.
You look down at your body and you see the blackened flesh of, you have second degree burn. You've been burned to the sides and the arms and everything around you. As you look down, you see the scene before you of fire burning throughout the things. And a man walks out of the fire. Ah, show. It's all interesting. You're not dead yet, are you?
What? Maybe I didn't make it out. Maybe I am down there in the bottom with that creature and I'm still fighting there.
And what is it, show, that you want?
Want? What do I want? I want to go home. I just want to go home.
Home. What a beautiful place that you can think of. Fine. And as the scene shifts, we go to Raven. Raven, where are you at? What are you doing?
So I am starting to kind of flash through different memories of my life. One of them that stands out is a moment of regret. Raven's older brother, Crow, went to the military, following in the footsteps of his father, and Raven expected to follow as well. But there's a particular scene of the day that he's supposed to be approved to go into service, and is so my sister. Can you hear the cat? I'm sorry.
I can't.
So my dad is very disapproving of the progress that I've made, and I definitely don't get treated as well as Crow, and so he actually chooses my twin sister Sparrow to go into service instead of me, and Raven is forced to stay at home, and so
Yeah.
he's reliving kind of that disappointing moment and kind of some of the
Yeah.
bitterness that he holds to his dad, and also kind of to his sister that he regrets a little bit.
So what you see, you begin to sit across from your dad, Francis, who he's smoking a pipe and he is reading the ledger of the day. And oh, Raven, why can't you be like your sister? Perfect in all that she does. You guys are twins after all, aren't you?
Well, I always thought you played favorites with her.
Favorites. Favorites is your brother Crow, strong and mighty. You, however, take after your mother.
Well, if you would have given me the time of day like you did Crow, then maybe I would have turned out all right.
Ah, so it's my fault, is it?
I don't know, but all I know is this is my birthright, and damn it, I'm mad.
Birthright. You're lucky I give you anything. And then you hear your mom in the background. Oh, Francis, why are you always being just like this? Raven, come with me. I'll show you all the fun stuff. And you hear Octavius says, yeah, mate, we'll teach you all the fun stuff in the bar, of course. And then you shift to the bar. And you're making a drink, still lingering with the thought of your father in his disappointment towards you. All right, you start reliving a memory of one of the first times that you've actually made a drink, and you did it really well. Wow, man! Wow, holy! Oh, can I have a taste of that?
Oh, sure, mate. Here you go.
And you see a local bar maiden has taken bottoms up, and he passes out dead. And it seems like a memory that has been fornicated into your brain. That's not how it happened. You remember that party, the celebrations of you learning to be a bartender. But you see now as every one of these members begin to fall and fall and fall, as drinks and drinks of that you've built and you've given to people has continued to eradicate this entire bar.
I tap the guy in front of me on the shoulder. You all right, mate?
No response at all. You don't even see his breath. You begin to feel entirely alone, isolated. As you continue to back up and up, you run into your party. These lovely adventurers right here, similar situation where they have no response to you.
Guys, what are you up to? Don't be playing around. I got drinks going. Y'all want anything?
You see,
Come on, we
their
gotta get moving.
faces. You see their faces begin to look at you and have blankness, as if their soul has left their bodies.
You all right, mates? You didn't get into my good stuff, did you?
Again, you hear nothing. As you remember the goodness or the joy that your party feels, you turn around and hear the voice. and Raven, is it?
Well, that's me. Who are you?
I am the one above them all. What is it that you really want?
Well, I guess to make folks happy. Have a good time.
What is a noble goal, that is? What is true happiness, Raven?
Well, if it's out there, I haven't found it. So, I guess I'm still searching.
Then go and search some more. As he says this booming voice, Captain Ert, at the end of the last session, what was it that you did for these two people?
What Captain Herb was gonna do was just first of all go check on them, but then the last thing I was going to do was try and cast my cure wounds on them to see if I could basically wake them up from their unconsciousness and their near dead state.
Yeah.
And that's
you
what I was going to do.
Yeah, so you cast Cure Wounds on them, and both of you guys wake up still with those lingering memories holding on, as if you guys had just woken up from a deep slumber. You guys do have markings across your bodies now that are burn marks, but they're not, it's not nothing too like, your hair is not missing or anything, just you see some scarage around your bodies. What do the rest of you guys do as they wake up?
Tydox is over on helping the little halfling. He would have used, well, if she's her, I think he used one of his feats, interception, to take the damage if she would have taken any damage.
She is unconscious at the moment.
Can I do cure? And I only have 2 cure wounds.
Is she just in shock, or does she need like healing? Because
you could tell. Go ahead and roll actually a medicine check.
Mason.
Mason.
Bad. +3. Nat 20.
Oh!
+3.
I'm
deeply vested into her health.
You are.
Please tell me she's okay.
She is. From this nat 20, you can see that she is alive in all the technical terms. She is.
So you better get on WebMD, boy.
Now, as far
Cancer.
as health goes, she is a rough and tumbled adventurer. You didn't know this before, but as you stare deeper into her, you recognize that she was the same girl from the night before, the tavern. And she's been injected with some sort of poison of sorts. Just from the medicine check, you don't exactly know what kind of illness or poison, but you could tell that she's drugged of some sort, and that it's really a miracle that she's made it this far.
Okay, but she doesn't look like she's like bleeding out anywhere, right? She's stable,
She
just unconscious.
looks stable and just unconscious. Yeah, she does look alive. She does have a few burns on her body, but that's not really the serious part of her injuries. The injuries are lashings around her wrists, her legs. She looks malnourished for somebody who should be in good condition. You had just saw her the night before, and she didn't look too bad, but for some reason right now it looks like the life has been drained out of her.
I think Tydox would attempt to like wake her up. Like, hey, are you okay? You're not hurt? Are you all right?
As you
Archie
attempt to-
probably like peeking around her.
Yeah, you see Archie kind of he pulls out like a little
The defibrillator.
yeah, the
Just when you're
defibrillator,
ready to.
and He's trying to like, get ready to pop her up if he needs to, just waiting for your beck and call. And you don't get a response. You see that she is continually just unconscious. What is everyone's passive perception at this point as well?
Mine's
Not
11.
good.
Passive 14.
13.
13,
12.
12.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
For Shonen and Raven, I know you said like they've got like the permanent like burn marks on them. It seems like, but other than that, how do they like kind of look? Like still pretty injured, right? Because they were just engulfed in flames. Okay.
So I don't know how much cure wounds you gave them, but they do look injured. Mainly the permanent damage is the scarring around their arms and back for sure. The rest of their body though looks all right.
Were they were conscious or barely?
Yes, they're
They're
up.
just
They're
conscious
up
now,
at this
right?
point.
How much did you heal us for?
I didn't do a heal, so I can do the heal right now. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so roll twice for cure wounds. The first will be for show. The second will be for.
Okay, so first one for show is
Raven,
going
yeah.
to be 7 plus 10, so 10.
Dang.
So got healed for 10, and then so 7, and then Raven got healed for 7.
So you bring them back up.
Mhm.
They are back up. They are still hurt at this point. Okay, back to the passive perception. 13 or higher, you guys begin to hear footsteps and a crowd begins to start to form or start to at least come that way. So whatever decisions you guys need to make, remember from the last session that this is the lord of their village. Okay, just to give you some more facts, lord of their village. You guys need to figure out if you're gonna confront this village. You guys lit this place on fire, so it's very visible for all of the village to come. And I would assume all of you guys would know that the reaction from the crowd is not going to be one of good things, considering
They
the
know
Lord-
though that we got in a fight. This guy's house could just burn down from all of his
Yeah.
children. And we got out and he saved our lives. He was like, you need to get out. I have to save my invention.
He snacked for us.
That's true. They have
We
no
can't get
idea.
arrested.
They have no idea that you guys fought the Lord. They have no idea that the events that happened there. But I think it's safe to assume that whatever happens, you guys need to make a decision pretty quickly.
So I mean, obviously, after healing, the first thing Urt would do is I would go, Shonen, Raven, are you guys okay?
I think so. Well enough to walk.
Good, because do you guys hear that?
I wanna
There's
talk
a
to him.
crowd. There's a crowd coming.
Yeah, I hear something going on too.
Look, I think we need to get you guys some more medical help. I can only do so much. Tydox, you've been around the area. Is there anywhere we can go get some additional help for these guys?
I think, but it would be out of our way.
Hold on.
I-
I might have a drink in here. What did I name?
we need to take her with us.
Alrighty.
I have a noises for this.
I
Okay,
got
we
some
can't get arrested
whiskey.
again.
That should get me and him going. Here you go, show. I'll tell you what, it heals you in a second.
And then I'm gonna go over and then probably grab what's their name?
The halfling, you don't. She hasn't said.
We don't know.
anything
Okay.
yet, so
Well,
you
then-
you have no idea.
Then I'm gonna go over and pick her up and kind of like cradle her almost.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, I'm like, we need to, and I'm probably gonna say to the group, along with getting you two fixed up, we also need to get her fixed up also.
Show you get an additional 7 health. Power whiskey.
Sorry.
Because I don't hear the steps, so I don't know anything yet.
No, it's just me and Raven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would have told you guys like there's a crowd coming. We need to either confront them and ask for aid, or we need to get out of here.
I have a feeling that they will not take kindly to us burning this house down and what we did to that guy.
Then it might be
Wilhelm
best if
seemed
we
like he
get
had a
outta
bit of
here.
power and influence here.
But then Tydox, if you know where we can get help, it might be best if you lead the way right now.
So, and point of order for Maddie, the symbol on the map is where we are currently, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, we can. I'm more familiar with the northern part of this. We would have to go into the northwest, and then we would travel up the coast, and that's where I'm familiar. But it's in the open a little bit. Should we
Can
go?
I, real quick, while we, would I be able to tell, or can I roll for medicine to see, or maybe not? I'm sorry.
What do you want to
is
do?
sh-
And I can.
I wanna
I'll tell you what to
see-
roll.
Do I think she would be okay to make this trip in the state she's in right now?
With you can ask Tony or Tydox with Tydox is nat 20.
Okay.
It's safe to say, if Tydox would tell you this information, it's safe to say that she would probably make the trip,
Okay.
but it would be a very dangerous trip to carry somebody with you. You can do it for sure, but just know that there may be consequences of carrying her or
Yeah.
leaving her behind. So
Okay.
there's different options for sure.
Then that's probably the first thing I would just ask real quick. Tydox, should we bring her with us? Does she look like she'd be able to make the trip?
She is not well. There's some type of poison that's going on with her, but I just don't know what it is. She's physically in okay shape to travel, but I just there's something in there that's just preventing her from waking. And she will make it, but I can't leave her.
Okay.
Tydox is, you see that he is like, if we're leaving her, he's staying and he's gonna hold his own with this crowd. He's gonna try. He's gonna get his shit rocked because he's pretty exhausted. But Tydox is like, we saved her. She's coming.
Okay.
Well, they already
Yeah.
sent her here to die, so we might as well just take her with us. If we leave her here, it's probably a death sentence anyway, so doesn't
agree.
matter. She dies later, she dies later.
It's a bit dark, show, but I mean I agree with you. So we need to head east. We need to head west.
West.
Perfect.
It's fine.
So, Tydox, could you roll me a history check to see if
Yeah.
you remember how well the path was?
I'm gonna use the trusty little one for that. That's kind of important. What do I have
The
on
trusty
history? Oh shit! I got a +9 with a 16 plus 9. Yeah, we're solid.
So
How the heck do you have a
you-
+9? That's crazy.
You're double
He's
proficient.
fucking solid.
That's wild. You better know everything. My
I
God.
think I got it. Yeah. Well, we can flavor text it to the suit, maybe. I don't know. It's just I downloaded the memory.
You're very familiar with this area. Your high adrenaline is going, and so you remember the area pretty well. You begin to take the party out into back into the Riverlands. You begin to follow a river that looks familiar. You begin to start to feel more confident inside this forest. As you guys begin to leave, you hear the crowd come upon the remains of the house as the house begins to the fire begins to die down in the house, and so you guys continue to walk into the wilderness. As you guys continue to walk, what are you guys trying to do?
Well,
I.
oh.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just gonna do something dumb. Can I roll for perception to check if my beard is still there? Or
Absolutely, and you can roll this one with advantage with your eye.
Let's see. Did I not roll? There we go. Ooh. That's a 4.
Can't tell if its own beard was. You might be there, might not.
Well, look, my
you-
eyes can only look so far down.
Yeah, you have no idea if your beard is there. If anyone wants to look to see, they can roll an insight check to kind of understand.
If his beard is still there.
Yeah, to see if or to understand what Ranman is doing at this point. So,
And,
Oh.
I got an 8. I don't think I noticed either.
you look to see, and you see Ranman's patting down like his whole body, and you're assuming that he's probably checking for like bullets or, anything of that nature. And you're like, why would there be bullets? There was no bullets or anything.
Ramnon, you take some shrapnel, but you're checking yourself. What's going on? You
Can
okay?
you tell me? Do I still have it? Is it okay?
Have what? Wait, you lose something?
My beard. Tell me I still have it. Tell me she
I
made
think
it.
you're good, buddy. I think you still got it. The fire hit your
Nothing.
back. You were hanging out there. It's pretty dark though right now. We'll see what shape it's in the morning.
That's good. I protected my beard. I hunched over.
All right.
Is it? I know it was like just an eclipse. So is it daytime or nighttime?
It is still daytime, but it is getting closer to nighttime. So right now it would have been about probably like 4 or 5 in the evening. So
Okay.
evening, the eclipse just happened, or at least one of the solar eclipses that would happen, and essentially, you guys have about 2 to 3 hours left of daylight before you guys would really need to rest or travel through the night and risk being exhausted.
Yeah. One thing I would be doing, along with just kind of surveying the area, I would also be looking for like any herbs and like maybe potential medicinal like flowers or whatever it is that kind of walking along, whether it's just to kind of help the party out. I don't have. That's just one thing I would be looking for.
I want you to roll me a nature.
Okay.
Nature.
12 plus, I think it's only plus 1. Yeah, so 13.
So you do find some. You've been out in the wilderness. I mean, you've had to rely on the land, and so you do find some berries or some fruit that you can assume is going to be safe, and you find about enough for one ration for the rest of the party, essentially. So
Okay.
you find enough to like kind of eat. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough where the party's like, okay, I can be satisfied with this a little bit.
I'll probably just kind of, what I would most likely do is while we're going, I would notion to Tydox, like, Tydox, those berries over there, can you grab them for us? I think we've only got about 2 more hours of daytime before. It might be best if we start setting up for, unless we don't get anywhere soon, it might be best to set up shelter.
Would how far do you think we would have made it?
Because we have what?
Edge of the Elden Wood, or like just
Are you
into the
going
little...
west, or are you guys going northwest?
So Tydox knows to go just west and then follow the coast up. So
Okay.
that's like that's what was discussed. But once
Perfect.
he gets to like here, that's when like he knows this area great, because this is where he was. But this is kind of foreign to him. So it's like he can get us out of where he knows, and then I think he wants to like rest.
Cool. Yeah, so you
Get
guys
us
would have been, you guys would probably be almost like right around here at this point for it. So you guys are beginning to be sort of around the nesting ground of crossing. It'd probably be about 2 hours before you'd be in that area. You guys recognize also that this road is, or you would recognize that this road is somewhat popular. It's been a lot more popular lately for whatever reason. You would recognize that this kind of area, that if you cross over to the Feral Flatlands, that it's pretty dangerous. So the fact that there's any sort of traffic around this area at all right now is a little wild. But there's a small little village towards the outskirts of, this, about 2 hours away.
So he would probably try to take the party as to where he knows, right? So if he thinks that there's at least civilization where they could A, camp outside of, or B, blend into the crowd and maybe get a room, that's what he would do. So I think, yeah, Captain, there's a town that's not too far from here. So we know the way. It could probably get us, I don't know, 2 hours or so. So we'll collect the berries and then we'll have to get there. We can either go into town or we could camp just outside it, I guess.
We really need to get her some help, and then it would be best to get some medical help. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty all right.
Oh, this ain't my first time dying, and it ain't gonna be my last.
It does seem that way if you stick with
Metal
us, eh, show? Trying to make light of the situation.
Next time, Tydox, you gotta listen to us a little more. I was rough out down there with that thing.
I'm just surprised you guys showed up. I kind of wrote myself off and was just gonna get her out and die there, but I guess thank you.
Oh, we aren't gonna leave you down there. We already lost the magic man. We're dwindling. We're gonna get you out.
That means a lot.
We feel surprisingly fine. It's just like his entire back is just like horribly burnt. All the clothes is like burnt.
Like his
off.
shirt is like completely missing. It's like just all of us have no backs on our shirt.
Yeah, just a bunch of butts walking through the back.
Yeah.
It's just
Wearing those medical gowns.
Yeah, it's just the scene. It's just pure butt cheeks, just like in the air, as you guys are looking off into the distance.
Y'all feel
Yeah.
a breeze?
it's a little breezy. So,
Uh,
yeah,
so
I can get up to the next town.
that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, Tydox would urge us to get to the town because
Cool.
Ert's right. We need to get this girl to an actual doctor because
Yeah.
we can't keep lugging her around.
Yeah.
So you guys begin to head out into the rest of the way up into the town. You guys come across, a small little village. They're kind of been holding on to this. They're kind of like the gatekeepers of going to the Feral Flatlands. So they are basically this small little town of a bunch of different kinds of people. You see, like halflings, you see elves, you see just kind of a hodgepodge of people all throughout this town. Where do you guys want to go? You see there's a kind of a bunch of different places. I mean, there's like a hospital, there's like a tap, there's like an inn, a blacksmith. I mean, all sorts of things in here.
Well, so then, look, I think that's a hospital there. I think we should all at least go there. I definitely want to take this girl over there to see if they can get her help. I don't know what the rest of you guys want to do.
I could use a drink.
Raven, that sounds good. I'm down for that. Maybe Tydox and Urt should take the girl to the hospital, and the rest of us can go tie one on. Nothing like dying than to have a drink. I think we earned it, right?
Oi, oi.
It's a good-
cheers.
It's a
Let's
good
get it.
plan. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Sho and go, and then
Captain,
fine.
awful disapproving. We're doing what everybody wants here. It's all good.
First round's on me, Cap, if you change your mind.
All right.
I'm
so
gonna go take care of this girl first, and then
Okay.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate it. Tydox is
go,
also
Tydox.
like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
priorities. We didn't fight our way out of that place. Be like, she'll be fine. Got you this far.
Tydox, do you go with Captain Urt, or do you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
he's
you two,
going.
we'll do two kind of separate scenes. You guys kind of head off to the tavern. Captain Urt and Tydox,
I'm
you
just
guys
like-
come up to a hospital and you see an elven woman, and she is shocked at what you have in your hand, and she ushers you to bring her over. Oh yes, bring her over.
Is she speaking Elvish or is she speaking Common?
Common, but with an accent of Elvish.
Okay.
So she doesn't.
Hearing.
She speaks broken Common. Yeah.
Well, I speak Elvish. I'll talk to her in Elvish if I need to.
Well, if you talk to her in Elvish, you would just hear her speak to you
Okay.
in Elvish, but be like broken English right now for like a Spanish person. But yeah, she speaks in Common.
She's like, lemon flesh.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, that is Elvis. You're right. So you hand her over to her, and she takes a look at her and what on earth happened here?
We don't really know what happened to her exactly. We just rescued her from a burning house. We're hoping that you can help us out.
She's like putting her hands like over the body, without really like touching anything. It's almost as if she's like x-raying the body, but she's hands are coming across, and she's like, "There's dark magic in here. You sure you don't know what happened?"
Tydox, you do have a little bit more knowledge, but I don't know much more than just that.
I don't know what his end goal was, but he definitely did something to her to sedate her so that he could infuse her with another creature. And he's like hesitant to tell her about this stuff because it's like, is she
Was
gonna
he-
believe it?
What was he, a warlord?
He was an
or
artificer.
An artificer.
Yeah, he's literally the same thing as Tydox. That's why she's
No,
like,
but like, was he
You think that
We
you
didn't
would
do this?
understand the parallels of
Oh,
what
my
was
land.
happening?
no puzzle is too complicated. Oh, you wicked.
So you,
Well, the village puzzle was.
Yes, that one. So you tell her this, and she looks at this woman, and she is scared. She calls over a few more people, and she's the head doctor. She calls over a few more people just to ask questions. Could you roll me, if you care to hear what she's asking?
Oh, I hear.
Could you roll a perception? And I'll give you advantage since you're right there. If you want to know too,
Right.
Captain Earth, you can.
Yeah, I want to know too. Well, is she speaking? Yeah.
She's speaking in Elvish too. To
Okay.
these people.
Well, I didn't hear shit because I got
So,
a 3
22.
plus.
I got a 23.
You said
You got a
perception?
3.
22.
I got a 4.
You got a 4.
I feel like
So
you're like maybe
she-
I don't know how to speak Elvish.
she shifts over to Elvish, but Tydox, you don't speak Elvish, but for some reason
Correct.
you understand everything that she's saying. You do speak Elvish, and for some reason you don't understand anything that she's saying.
The level of intricacy and just medical jargon is just too much
Yeah.
for him. But some of those words
Yeah.
just don't translate.
He knows like like, hey, my name is Captain Earth.
What? My name is-
This is
conversational
a pencil.
Elvish. Yeah, and she's speaking like lots of stuff really fast in Elvish about like this thing and what they need. And Tydox, what you hear is that you see that she goes off into they start grabbing some like medicines and some. You hear like words like dark magic, necromancy. You hear
Hyperbilirubinemia,
you know.
necrotizing fasciitis.
Exactly.
know.
You hear some words that basically are around that this is like really dark stuff, and that is some sort of poison that basically neuralizes the body for exactly what you just talked about. Basically, you would know or understand. Actually, if you want to roll more of like a history check
Hell
to
yeah.
kinda understand exactly what all this stuff does. But this is kind of what you hear with the 22. You hear a lot of like medical jargon.
That's a nat. Okay, so the history check has a nat 20 plus 9, so I'm at 29. With
Gang,
this
gang.
history check.
Gosh.
everything you know about this, you begin to start hearing all this stuff about necromancy, and you remember that this world has very low magic. There's not, you don't really know much about magic in general. But when she says necromancy and dark, you understand that necromancy is like the bringing about of dead bodies. It's magic within undead, and you recognize that basically, or you start to begin to put together this piece that essentially what this guy was trying to do was use her living organisms to reanimate the dead golem into a perfect state. What you guys had fought was an imperfect flesh golem, and that he was going to use her living remains as some sort of magical ritual about this. And again, you don't know much about magic, but you can kind of understand the science behind putting a battery into something else to then make that machines begin to run. And so you start to feel all these things as, again, she's speaking in Elvish, so you don't really understand the things that she's saying, but she says some things that you understand. And with your history check, that's a lot of what you get, is that what this guy was trying to do was reanimate this flesh golem and to create life. And this magic that is poured into her is paralyzing her immune system and everything else that makes her functioning, so that he could transform it into it. And other things that you hear just with your investigation and is that she doesn't have an answer for this. She doesn't have the necessary components to nullify this. She can only temporarily hold it.
So did she? That's something she said, though. Like,
she's saying that
I would have heard.
Yeah, she's saying this to her staff, essentially, like, hey, I need as much of the stuff. I can't stop the poison. I can only prolong her life for a little bit longer.
So, and I think, I mean, tilting our hand, but Tydox would have gone over and been like, if there is anything that you do need, like, just tell us, and we might have it or be able to get it, like, to help with the actual neutralizing, to actually help her instead of just sustain.
She looks at you and she's soft and she says, it's almost impossible, but there's a rare lily deep inside the river or the Eldenwood that may do the trick. If we can mash it up and I can mix it with some of the stuff that I have here, I don't have anyone that can go out to find this lily that would be suitable for this. I only have a few days that I can hold her off for this.
How many days do you estimate?
With everything that I have right now, 2 to 3 days of at best. And that's I'm a skilled cleric, but that's the best I can do.
And Tydox would look up at Ert, give him that face, and then be like, I'll go.
I'll look back at him and was like, I don't think we can do this by ourselves. We need the other guys to help us with this. But I think we probably
their
should
help would be greatly advised, but it would be their choice. They've been through a lot. This is something that I have to do. We have to make sure she's okay.
So Tydox would ask,
What lily are we looking for? How will I know what it is when we find it?
She draws you a picture of it, and essentially what it looks like is a multicolored 5-petaled lily. Lily, springs up and folds on the sides as the petals, and has 3 little golden things. And she says it is essentially around. You can find said lily. They're a rare bloom, especially in this time. But she would assume that there would be some in a, some sort of magical gathering. You could see this in like multicolored fields. You see like this in a deeper forest inside the Eldenwood, and you would kind of know from when she's talking about the Eldenwood that the Eldenwood itself has high magical presence. That's a big part of the Eldenwood, is that there's I mean, you wouldn't know all of this, but you would know that it essentially is like, I was about to say more, but you would know that basically the Eldenwood would be your best shot at where this lily would be, and that it'd be surrounded by some sort of animals.
Okay. How many of these do we need to guarantee
3.
that she's okay?
She just needs 3 of the petals. So it comes with
3 of the
5 on
petals,
top of it.
okay.
So she just needs 3 petals. So 1 flower would be more than enough for her to fix it.
Excellent. Well, then we will go off. We don't even know her name, but she will be fine here.
We'll take care of her, of course.
Before I leave, oh, sorry, you were still talking.
No, go ahead. I was just Tydox is like he's marching.
He's
got
ready,
his
okay.
orders. He's going.
Well, I guess if you're leaving, I'd go talk to. She's the head doctor, right?
Yes, yeah. You would assume that she
Yeah.
looks like she's the one in charge.
I was like, we're gonna go talk with our other members, but before I go, the other 2 were pretty badly injured due to burn marks. Do you happen to have anything that maybe we could grab to help?
She looks at the rest of like the patients and everybody else who's there. Who's, she's like, like imagine you're like, Vietnam or like, World War II, like she's in like triage and there's patients that are just like all throughout. And she looks at this request, and I'm gonna have to ask you to roll a persuasion for this as she stares at you, obviously knowing that she wants to help, but
9.
9.
I was excited for that. That you said
She
9 total.
Oh,
Like
9 total. That's
Nine-
with a +5, mind you.
she looks at you, Captain Earth, and she's contemplating. She doesn't have a lot of supplies. It's why she's sending you out here, and because of where they're stationed in the Feral Flatlands, things are pretty bad here. Like they're kind of like a gatekeeper to be like, hey, don't go here. This is what happens when you go to the Feral Flatlands: is you see all these bodies, and she basically tells you like, I don't have much, and she gives essentially half of a healing kit. And for Raven, what he would know about a healing kit is that a healing kit basically has 10 uses, and in the right hands, you can roll a 1d6 plus 4. Usually it has 10, but she gives you half of one, so you would have 5 usage of this. Essentially, basically using like a cure wounds or like a healing word for free without having to use it, but you can only use it 1 time per
Like encounter?
per long rest, long or short rest.
Okay.
On one character. So like he could use it basically on every one of you guys, but in Raven's hands, this is what this mechanism would do. And she hands you basically half of a healing kit.
Okay. And I grab it from her and I said, thank you so much. If we can find anything looking for the lily, please let us know. If I have extras or if we have extras, if it would help you, I would be more than happy to supply those for you.
She nods her head graciously, and you hear the doors open up, and a group of people, who have come from the Feral Flatlands have now, it's basically like the ER, doors open up, and you start to see more people start to cater in. And she doesn't really have enough beds to like hold everybody, so she starts barking orders in Elvish, and you would recognize this would be a great time for you to leave.
Yeah, and I would do that
At the end of every MASH episode where people come in and they're like, shit, all right.
Yeah.
And then I would like probably head out and follow Tydox.
Yeah. The rest of you guys are at the bar. You guys are grabbing drinks. What are you guys doing?
Mm.
I'm imagining all three of us are sitting on bar stools, still with no like shirtless, so you just see like three bottoms, like lined up. Like they're like it's like the Feral Flatlands, so they're like it's like the bartender's just like, oh yeah, like whatever, just another day out in the like
He's you see you see the bartender is this massive hulking orc, and you guys haven't really seen orcs. You saw two at the beginning that were friendly. This guy is beefy, probably 8 to 9 feet. He's like 350, 400 pounds of just muscle. And you see, and he's got this little tiny top hat on. He's like, all right. I see you got no bottoms on. All right. Just like most of my customers. As he, what do you had to drink?
Well, glad we can fit in. I'll take your strongest stuff.
You look around and you see that there's a lot of people with no bottoms for some reason. You're like, that's
Yes. No bottom Thursday.
I'll be honest, this is kind of my jam.
And so what did you say for to drink?
Strongest stuff you got.
Yeah. So he's like, all right, that'll be 5 gold pieces.
Oh, sounds great. And I hand him 7.
Nice.
Little tip.
All right. And he pours 3 drinks for you guys, essentially. So 7 gold pieces is more than enough for all 3 of you guys. And so he pours you guys, and then you see that he pulls out like the top shelf stuff. He takes a smell, and then he takes a swig of it real quick, and he's like, all right, that's the the one. And then he pours you guys 3 drinks. And do you guys drink it?
I raise the glass up.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, guys. Here's to getting out by the literal bare skin of our bottoms.
Roll it back down.
All right. All of you guys roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. I don't know if Raymond should be drinking.
24.
21.
Jesus. Oh my.
All right, Raymond.
Raymond.
14.
Hey.
That is
terrible.
enough. That is enough. That's good. You rock this thing back, and it is bitter. It is like fire going down your throats. It does not taste good at all. You notice when the orc took a swig of it, he didn't feel anything. You guys feel just like, ugh, like this is like what? Yeah, like you imagine like the worst whiskey, and you're just like going straight through your throat, and you're just like, the fire's burning down your chest. It's like you engulfed gasoline at this point. And you guys aren't drunk, but you guys are all feeling great. Especially you two have seen just like Raven and Shell. You guys have seen some horrible memories that now you don't even know if they're real memories or if they're future events that might happen. You guys see these things, and you're taking this drink, and you're like, wow, we've been through some shit.
So, Sho, how was your afterlife?
Oh, it's the same as usual. Except there was this weird guy at the end. Normally, it's the same deal. You see, your mom's there, and then you're like, oh, you see everybody that you were friends with when your mercenaries die. That's like the usual, though, right? So then you get to the end, and there's this dude, and he's calling me, and that's not normal. The other 4 times that I've died. So it's kind of strange.
Quite the number rodeo for you.
12 years in the business, it happens to everybody. It's very common in the mercenary gang. Floor's actually pretty low. I actually pretty good, kept the numbers low. But yeah, there's Miss Man.
What did he ask you?
He wasn't really asking me nothing. He was actually just like telling me stuff, and he was like, my body was all burned, and then he was just like, oh, you want to go home? You better work to go home. And I was like, well, you know what? You're probably right, man. Like, I should work harder. So that was my life license I took from that.
Well,
what'd you say?
I don't know if it's coincidence that I also had a guy talking to me. said something about happiness and the answer to life or something like that.
Oh, well, you're a deeper man than me, so that makes sense. He's probably a little
I
bit
didn't
more
have an answer
poetic.
for him. I was prepared to go to Shield without knowing what it was.
Ramen, I know you didn't die, but you have any weird dreams
I
about
feel
men while you were there?
I feel like I'm missing out. All you guys dreaming about men. Hopefully I have a man show up in my dreams tonight.
You might. Who knows? It might have been the toxic fumes from the house wafting in, plaguing our dreams. You might get it tonight.
Never know. Might just hit you later.
As you guys are, talking and reminiscing about all this stuff, Captain and Tydox, you guys wander into the tavern, and you see the bare backs and butts of your comrades sitting at the high chairs, and so they're kind of up in the business of everybody's walking by. And you also notice that a lot of the other patrons are bottomless for some reason.
Never mind.
I'm just gonna. I probably noticed, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just like, what the heck?
Archie, there's just
Get
different
over here,
customs around
boys.
different areas. Okay, it's not. I don't know what it is. I don't like. I'm a man of science. I'm not a man of cultural trends.
Pants.
Do you guys keep your pants on as you walk in?
I'm keeping my pants on.
Alright.
Maybe I use a bonus action to just like you let the suit drop just the bottom part,
Yeah,
kind of like the
right.
face shield, but it just
Yeah,
like let the,
the
cheeks.
bottom. Yep, the cheeks are out.
Tied like the like flannel pajamas, like long
Yeah.
john. So you probably
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
They're-
shoe, and he's just like, let me show my bottom.
the suspenders are actually connected to those as well. Like you can see the suspenders connecting to his long flannel underwear.
He's got 2 pairs of suspenders.
That's adorable. The Captain Urt, he's got his tail that is hanging on.
Little nub.
His pants are still there, and he's like, "I'm not taking my pants off, you weirdos." All right. What do you got? What do you guys do as you enter into the tavern and see this scene?
Use my
Um,
reaction to lower my pants.
Yeah. Outside of that,
Also, we're guys.
Yeah.
It's just a regular bar, right?
Yeah, it's just a bar. You just see a bunch of misfits and a lot of
Yeah,
people who,
hooligans.
I mean, if you look around, I'll give you more of a description of like the people you see, but you'll have to roll
Tydax would not.
perception and stuff.
He would not
No.
use perception. He would just walk up to the people he knows and
Okay.
Good.
You guys finish your drinks because we have another thing to do. If you're willing.
Finished a drink, but if you think I'm not getting well, good, and drunk tonight, then you got another thing coming.
You want to round
So
yourself?
we are in a bit of a time crunch. We only have 2 days to go find a lily to save that girl's life. So we might need to leave, or maybe take a short rest. I don't know about a long one.
If you want to leave in the morning, I could do that after I've gotten good and drunk, but I ain't going nowhere except this table tonight.
Gonna have to agree with the soldier boy over here.
We probably do need a bit of a break, huh?
I'd like to fix a few of my burns. I'm down to 2 HP from that from last time.
Todd,
Alright.
I know you care about this girl, but we're plumb exhausted. So we're gonna have to rest before we can go. And then I promise that once we're rested, well good in the morning, we'll get up and we'll keep on running errands just like we've always done. So, but for right now, bartender, get me another drink.
Boy, and you see him.
Make it a double.
Yeah, you see him. Again, the fee is like 5 gold pieces for this.
Is there any milk?
Joe is going drunk.
Next round's on you.
Joe is gonna no gold points will be left out of this.
Captain Urt would like some unpasteurized warmed milk, please.
Right, and yeah, that's just like 5
Pasteurized
silver.
warm.
It's not You know, everyone. You know, you see those three getting just hammered, and then you see Captain Hurt, which is a glass of milk. It's in like a big jar. You know, like the classic. Milk
Hell
bottles that you see from like the 50s, that used to deliver to your house. You see like a big old jar, milk jar. Tydex, what are you doing at this point? As everyone's, do you get drunk with everyone else, or you?
Is it magic?
I think he might grab one. He might have one drink, but not like slam it back. He would probably just have one so that he could fit in with them and like really just tell Archie he appreciates him coming for saving him. You know?
Roll a Constitution save.
Ooh,
You're fine. You don't need to. But...
I got milk.
on your milk.
He needs to roll at disadvantage for
Ooh.
drinking unpasteurized milk.
Excuse me, ma'am.
That's how it probably is. In,
Yeah.
like, the
I know.
day and age.
Shit,
It's probably
never
all
mind.
Excuse me, I have divine health. The unpasteurized milk doesn't affect me. Thank you
I
very
got
much.
an 11.
Rob, so
An
only
11.
Rob Malcolm
11,
made this
yeah.
if you were
You again. It
Uh-oh.
burns down your throat. It doesn't taste very good at all, but you're fine as well.
Oh, good.
Barely.
I was like, I got a 6
Barely.
on my con save, so I was like, I rolled a 5. Like, Jesus, I'm screwed.
So barely made it. As you guys begin to drink and get merry, and actually this is probably more of a somber drink than a merry drink. You guys begin to drink and drink and drink. I'm gonna roll. Actually, all of you guys roll a Constitution saving throw one more time.
Ooh, again.
And we'll see how long you've lasted throughout the night.
Give me something good.
Yes. Oh wait, another 5.
21.
I got an at 20.
Lord.
Ooh.
Ranman, you're out first, big dog.
And I
You're
got
probably 2 or 3 drinks
That is a
in.
5.
Yeah. Raven, did you say 11? Was
Yeah,
yours?
11.
Same.
Okay.
11 as well.
11. So you guys drop about the same time. Captain and then Show, what were your guys's?
I got an at 20.
21.
All right, so then Show and then Captain you can put yourself to bed, but you recognize everyone else around you is piss drunk. Their bottoms are all out.
It's a normal Tuesday afternoon, guys.
I just want to point out, I wasted a nat 20 on staying awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, after drinking milk.
After drinking milk.
Baller.
Too nice.
This is ridiculous.
You're gonna be so awake you don't get any rest.
Love it.
So you guys all can take a long rest.
Thank God.
Hooray!
How
Do we recover 1 level of oxygen? Or, I mean,
Exhaustion.
exhaustion.
What game are you playing?
Exhaustion.
It is important.
Exactly.
Do we
So
do?
yes. You'll,
Okay.
so when you take a long rest, you'll remove your exhaustion.
Okay, my
Oh, okay,
oxygen
good.
meter has been full.
Depending on how deep your exhaustion goes, will actually determine how long of that long rest you would need. So for like an elf, typically you need 4 hours to consider having a long rest. For normal people, it's 6 hours plus 2 hours of like light activity. Equates a long rest, right? And so for you guys, if you have, the longer or the more exhaustion points, because again, you can use a spell slot, burn a point of exhaustion, right?
Let's use Tydox as an example because he has 2 levels of exhaustion.
Right.
So how long would
He would probably
be
sleep about
sleeping?
10 hours. So it'd be you'd
Hell.
basically add about another 2 hours to the journey
Howard,
per
hell.
level of exhaustion, if that makes sense. And so you guys long rest, you guys get all your guys' hit points back, you get your spells back, all that fun stuff. So on D&D Beyond, you can just click the long rest if you guys have it.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it should do everything for you guys. Yeah.
I'm gonna
and then-
remove 2 levels of hey Mrs. Raven.
Everybody wave.
Tell her congrats on Small Raven.
Tell her to bring the cat out.
Bring the cat out.
I want the cat.
All right. So you guys wake up about 10 hours later, or some of you guys wake up earlier, but Tydox is still sleeping. Who was the one that was very adamant about leaving almost a full half a day later.
And he was ready, but yeah, you let him power down. He needs it.
Yeah. So you guys wake up.
When you went to bed earlier, though, right? Because
Tydox was he was like, you guys would have, in the middle of the night, it would have been like, or you would have had everyone else. Like, Show was probably the last one. You know, he's still like, cranking them back. And it's probably like 10, getting into like 11 p.m. midnight before he falls asleep.
Double proficiency.
He's just, swinging them back. He's getting crazy. And so then you're finally like, hey, I'll allow, if you guys want to have role played that last little bit where you guys are together. If not, we'll move on to the next spot, as Show's very intoxicated at this point. Otherwise, we'll move to the next thing.
Or not.
Nah, let's move forward.
Jesus Christ.
So then you guys would have woken up. It's probably close to midday before Tydox wakes up. Probably about 11 a.m., 12, noon-ish is about the time you guys wake up.
So then actually what I'm going to do is, since he's the last one to wake up, I'm going to go to Tydox's room. I'm like, hey!
Around 11.
Yeah, around 11.
I don't have to stay exhausted because that would really fucking suck.
I should wake you up earlier, but I'll wake you up at 11.
Oh, don't.
No, I'm going to wake you up like right at 11. I'm like, hey, we're tired of waiting for you. Wake up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And like you hear like bolts and clanging and things as I try to like frantically scramble because he's like never slept this long. Like Tydox is one that just continually he's like short rest, sleep 20 minutes, get back up, get back to work. So him and Archie are like comically running around, like running into each other, running over each other, getting stuff ready.
Yeah, you see Archie is like, on his back, like paws up, everything. Like the typical dog look where their like legs are up in the air and
butt scratching the ground.
Yeah, everything about him. And then you see him, and then he gets up. He starts like putting pants on, and he doesn't have pants, so he's like putting on like the metal part of his bottoms. And, he's running around as they're like slipping off, and he's trying to brush his teeth, and it's this little scene of him just like goofing off over there. But yeah, you guys begin to gather all of your guys' things. You guys walk out, and the barkeep basically is cashing in basically all of the money that you've paid for the night. I don't know if you've subtracted it from it, but essentially you guys have spent like 25 gold throughout the whole of you guys. And normally he would charge you guys for a room. You could break out however much gold that is for you guys, but
how much was my milk?
I've covered 7 so far.
Yeah.
How much do I have?
Show paid all of his money on drinks and had no money for a room, and so he just slept outside, and that was fine with him.
Well, so the guy, you guys have basically paid all this stuff, and the barkeep usually at the end of the night has been like, oh, here's the money. But you see him, he's like, oh, you guys were a ratty bunch. The rooms are all me. You guys needed them at that point. And Show, if you choose to still sleep outside, you can. But he would have paid for you.
Show would have slept outside. He's like one of those drunks.
Just slept in the with the horses.
I'm gonna go on the grass. I'll see you later.
So you wake up in like the horse stable. The hay. There's horses around you. The typical Pirates of the Caribbean scene where his like first mate is, I don't remember his name, but the big guy, is in the pigsty and everything, and they like throw water on him. That's essentially the show. That's how you wake up, and you guys get long rest, but none of you guys feel great, except for Captain Earth. He's the only one that's like feels like, hey, this is a good idea. Tydox, you didn't drink a lot, but you do feel like, muggy. I mean, you slept way longer than you should. It's like when you wake up in the midst of a REM cycle, you slept way too long, and you don't feel like refreshed or like, wow, this is great. And so
Oh, I dreamed of a man. I dreamed of men last night. A lot of them, and their butts are all bare for some reason.
Are you sure it was a dream or was it just the bar last night?
Brandon, two guys leave your room after you left, and they give you a nice little wink, and then they don't say anything, and they just head off
Raymond.
into the.
Raymond doesn't know. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, hello there.
He's like, oh, that's weird. What's up, guys?
Well, looks like you did a lot more than dreaming there, eh?
Oh, I sleep and do.
I love
Oh, I bet.
All right, and so you guys
is a very-
gather. Yeah, you gather all your guys' stuff, and then Tydox. I'm not sure. Did you mention kind of the plan to everybody on what you guys wanted to do or where to go? Or
Not entirely. I would have once we headed out, I would have told them what we're looking for in our timeline and what, where we're going. So, if we all head out at the same time, that's what Tydox would do.
yeah. So point of order, you had 72 hours essentially max time. Really, 48 hours is how much she was giving you. You guys wasted 18 hours.
Utilized.
You
Okay.
guys utilized 18 hours of that to rest and to drink. So you guys have at most 54 hours. You have 30 to 54 hours of time to be there. The journey to the Elden Woods is going to be about 18 hours as well to get there and to find where you guys need to go. And yeah, so.
But we do know where to go, right? We just need to go there.
We
You
know
guys
to go to
know-
the Elden Woods, but that's a big place, I assume.
Yes, exactly. So it's going
So
to be
we
about
still need-
18 hours to the Elden Woods itself. And then you guys have to find what you need and then 18 hours back.
Okay.
Just on foot. Now, you guys could also
Get a horse.
try to get horses or a carriage. You guys are probably at this point thinking, where the heck was the carriage that the freaking priest sent us? You have no idea because they forgot to send it to you guys. So that's kind of where you're sent at.
Phenomenal.
Can I use gravity magic to ride on one of the horses?
Well, so Show slept in the stable last night, right? So
Yeah.
I think that Show actually woke up kind of early, in comparison to Tydox for sure. And so I feel like he has been hanging out with the horses. And so I feel like I would the stable master or something. I would try to strike the conversation.
You see a little halfling girl, different than the halfling girl that is the whole mission that you guys are on right now. But you see her, she's just counting all the gold and the money that she's having, and you're talking. Hi, what can I do for you?
You guys rent out any of these horses, or are these all owned?
For you? Oh, of course I'd rent them out. You were just
Oh,
flinging
perfect.
gold all last night, and she has some of your gold pieces in her hand.
Well,
and
that's great because that was actually a prepayment for renting one of your horses, so that's perfect.
prepayment. That's not how this works. But for you, you're not. How many horses you need?
How much? How much do you think? Is there a carriage available, or will we each need to have a horse?
You could do since you have two smaller companions on you. You guys could get away with two horses. You could also do a carriage, but the horses would probably be a little easier to kind of maneuver
terrain.
through the terrain. But you can use a carriage for sure if you want. It just may be a little more difficult for you guys.
Well, Lassie, we need 2 horses.
All right, I'll put it on the tab, and I'll assume you'll come back for me.
Well, we'll do that. We have to come back, so you don't have to worry about us.
So she rides you
Show's
to-
just so all right, well, we do have to. That's fair.
She writes your name on like this board over, and then she circles the name. And then basically-
And Sho has no idea. He's like, there are words up there. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you.
I can't read.
He can't read. He's like, there. If she's like, sign your name. He's like, I don't. Captain Art, you need to sign something.
I need my dad. I need my dad to sign it.
I'm gonna go over there. You got any Clydesdales or something?
You see, you guys see two. You see a black and a white horse, both really large horses, and essentially, Captain, you're a big guy, and these horses are, way bigger than you. They'd fit you perfectly.
What, they like 20-foot horses? Sheesh.
They're massive horses. They're probably the biggest horses you've ever seen. And so, yeah, you would for sure be able to ride on top of it. It would look like a normal horse for you. For Tydox and for Randman, these horses are fucking massive, they are,
It's like a
you're
damn
like,
two-story climb to get to the fucking back.
yeah, your like face is like right on dick penis, like horse's penis. That's looking up. Yeah.
That was weird.
That was
And
weird.
We all just joined again.
Yeah.
It was like everybody just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was weird, but that's okay. Technical difficulties. All
Weird
day.
Discord day.
So yes, you guys have seen this, and essentially, you guys will have to pair up wherever you guys want to go to make your way out there. I'll let you guys kind of decide who's riding with who, but
since we only have 2 horses, is it like there's 5 of us? Randman and I probably have to ride together,
Could fit
With
3 of
one
you
other
guys
person.
and- yeah.
yeah.
and probably not with Urt because he'd the chonker.
Excuse me, I've been working out.
I would assume. I mean, you pick however you want, but I would
Going with
pick
Raven.
probably Sho or Raven with Captain Urt, and then the other one riding. I would probably have Sho and Captain Urt as the ones actually riding the horses because they probably have the most experience. But
Damn.
you guys pick however you want to go about it.
I'm gonna ride on the white horse.
Oh, the white horse.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
He has a particular horse he needs. I don't care. I'll take care of the horse then. Come on. Come on, Randman and Tydox. Let's go.
We're both just gonna like.
Yeah. I feel like I'm picking you up and like, come on, guys.
I'll
It's like,
take you.
Tydox, you wanted to go so bad, and now you're going so slow. Let's go.
Not
He
if
said,
you
"Uppies,
extra climber."
uppies."
Yeah.
Up. I want to go up.
Uppies. So you guys make your way into the other one. About it's.
Wait, who am I riding with?
You're riding with
Raven.
Raven.
Okay, Raven. Okay.
So
You guys are traveling. Your horses are moving. Because you got horses, it saved you guys about 6 hours. So 12 hours later,
Yeah.
it's now nighttime as you guys get to the Eldenwood. What do you guys do?
So
Would I have already told them I mean, I would have told them as we're getting horses and riding what we were supposed to be looking for. The glowy flowers. So nighttime probably is a good time to do a little bit of investigation to look for the glowy patch of flowers.
Yeah.
Because it's nighttime.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys want to search at nighttime, the only things is if you search throughout the night, you'll get a point of exhaustion. So, but that's totally okay. That's okay if you guys want to do that. We'll make a few rolls to like look for things.
So just so everybody's aware, the first level of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks. So if we're willing to risk,
Yes. Can we? What about like, or what's like the minimum amount of rest to not do exhaustion? Is it still like a full night?
For elves, it's 4 hours in a trance-like state, meaning that they can't move or do anything. For everyone else, it's 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activity. So the minimum would be 6 hours, essentially, and then the light activity could be you guys searching.
Ooh, exhaustion's rough.
So,
yeah,
you guys can certainly go through the night and work. again, the consequences being the point of exhaustion, or you guys can choose to make camp and sleep. But Tydox does have a good point. It may be easier to find these things at
Mhm.
night.
Or we could
Could
just
be
have half
like-
the party.
What?
Have half the party look.
Hey,
Take
now he's
turns.
talking.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
hmm
You guys would be able to cover more ground if you guys did it together for sure, because then half of you guys would have to come back to the party. But if you guys split, which is notoriously terrible to do in D&D, but you guys
I
can
think-
certainly do that.
He's just like
for
the subtle
sure.
DM, like, hey, it's a turnaround. But if you want to, you can
I know.
certainly
No,
try.
I love it.
I think it's the best idea just for the sole
Okay.
reason. Or I'm gonna role play it, just so that way.
Like it,
What?
I don't want to, but I feel like Show and would be like, we have to like rest because that's like the proper like mercenary soldier way to do things, and I feel like
Battlefield
Tyrox is
strategy.
gonna have more like a, he's gonna
TEDx
be like
is
panic,
we're
like
just gonna do it. We're just
Yeah.
gonna find it.
so
TEDx, you're gonna
I
have to do
would,
some convincing.
regardless of what other people are doing, I'm setting up for camp, and then like maybe I'll go search in the night, but like for right now, I'm setting up camp.
I would probably do like a short rest, and because I would still want to search during the night. So could I do that? Just like sleep for like maybe what 4 hours, and still.
So
Can-
you would still get a point of exhaustion. The whole
Oh, really?
point is
Okay.
that you would need to take a long rest to
Okay.
avoid being exhausted. And so that's kind of the predicament that you guys are at. You guys could
Gotcha,
make
okay,
camp for
okay.
sure and search in the morning. It may be a little more difficult to look for this glowing lily, but you guys wouldn't have to worry about exhaustion. At night, it certainly would be easier for you guys to find this lily, but you're risking being exhausted for the next day.
Who?
And you can certainly split as well if you guys want and do half of you guys resting, because you don't have to take the long rest at the same time.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, set up camp, search during the night, and then rest during the day.
The day.
Who
Yeah.
has dark vision?
I think only.
Anybody not
nobody.
have dark vision?
I don't.
We have torches, but
I do have dark vision.
Oh, you do?
I was like, I thought a good portion of us had dark vision, except
Yeah.
for
Show's just
No,
like, okay,
never
never mind,
had.
I'll just stay at the campfire. You
Urt
guys
and
have-
Show are the only ones that don't have dark vision.
That don't
What
have
the
dark-
heck?
I'm
How does a
surprised you
dragon
don't
not have
have-
dark vision?
That's why you're a soldier.
I know.
So Tydox,
I thought you.
I'm
Well, they can,
role
can
playing it.
be both things, Raymond. You know, people, they have their, they can be people, and then they also have an occupation.
No, soldiers can see at night, and they can fly and breathe fire.
Then I'll probably
If
do.
If you guys are
um,
gonna start here, I'm gonna go start looking, and then you guys are gonna be here.
Tox, slow down, buddy. Okay, let's follow him though, or else he's gonna get stuck in a basement again by himself and can't climb out.
That's true.
Harsh. I don't have any exhaustion yet. Okay.
So, are you guys gonna split, or are you guys gonna just search throughout the night?
Do we
If
want to
Tydox
role
is gonna
play it, or are we
wander-
gonna do it?
Yeah, we could probably just role play it real quick.
Yeah,
Tydox,
I love it.
do your thing.
I mean, we are on a time crunch. We need to find this lily. Okay, it's gonna be much easier to find at night. We can always get back to town and then take like a rest again. I know we're gonna be tired, but it's not that big a deal. Just find it real quick and then go back.
We could always just
Did-
rest for the
did
day, I
that-
guess.
Did the lady tell you about anything else that could be in this forest? I know there's apparently these pretty glowy lilies, but what about, critters?
I did not ask.
Would Tydox? I mean, you could always ask the DM to roll a nice history check, because Tydox has been here before. But
You did not ask her, but yes, I'll let you roll a history.
Can
See if
I do
I-
the
see if I
same
know.
thing?
Yeah.
I swear to God. All
Yeah,
right.
think
both,
I'm-
both you guys for sure roll a history check.
Because I've kind of been around the block.
Shit. I've been around. What'd you get, Urt?
History 10.
I got a nat 20.
Oh!
Again, with a
What the
9
heck?
plus 9. I might swear to God. I swear.
So
I need one of those dice.
Tydox is in
Tydox
his
pulls out the
element.
monster.
Dude, you
I
fucking
mean-
talk to Tydox about past events, and he's like, all of these say 20. I don't know why we're rolling. Let's go.
So what you remember about the Elden Woods is that it is a magical place. Like it is, you see a lot of creatures that don't normally appear within woods, or within certain like regions of the area. You see in the Elden Woods that it's a lot of, you wouldn't understand really like the magic, or because magic's not really common, but you'd understand that like the world itself feels a little more magical. That something about these woods is like magic is in the air, that it's the Fae, essentially. You don't really understand who the Fae are, but if you were to know as a player, you know, what Fae is, it's like the highest of magic. You would understand that the Elden Woods is like home to that area, like fairies, pixies, you know, like you see like magical mushrooms that like glow and move, and anthropomorphic mushrooms that are like, you know, animalistic. You see like griffins and stuff like that. You would know that these are things that are here. And a rare thing that I'll give you some sort of insight because you rolled a nat 20 on, is that you remember running into multicolored eggs, and you remember that being kind of weird because eggs are supposed to be a certain color, and so that's what you remember from your history check. Captain Ert, because you rolled a 10, you would know very little of that. Essentially, you would know that basically the Elden Woods is where a lot of magic is. But
It's a
outside of what
forest.
specific creatures, well, you would understand that the Elden Woods is different, and that these trees are larger, they're denser, that it's you know, fog will come through the Elden Woods, but it feels more majestic here than really any of the other forests that you've been a part of. But you definitely would have understood some of that.
Okay.
So you're saying that
So-
there's basically
yeah.
every critter is in the forest.
There's yes, but there are things that just really can't be, like a pixie can't be explained rationally with science yet. There are things that they can do that we just don't have a full understanding of. This is a very wild place. There's lots of unexplained phenomenon that happen around here. Wouldn't you say, Ert?
There is some strange stuff out in these forests, so we should stick together.
Something I do remember specifically was like the multicolored eggs that happened to be laying about. I know of their existence, but I was never able to find what they are in the research. So maybe if we snag one of those as well, be careful touching it because we really don't know what it does. But yeah, that's as far as dangers. I mean, maybe there's other things, but it's not too bad here. So we should definitely search through the night.
Because he's definitely wanting you guys to search through the night. He doesn't want to make it sound too terrifying.
Chill
Appreciate
with
you
like
guys.
probably like kind of like elbow ramming, but he can't really because he's so like short. But be like, strapped eggs. What kind of omelet you think that would make, Rammon? Maybe we should try to go find those.
Ooh. I feel like Captain Nerd would say that eggs should be white, like his horses.
The best kind of eggs.
That's why it's all the
Rammon
better
came
eggs for
back.
us. Then he can keep his
That fucking guy.
white eggs.
Raymond's comeback modifier is a nat 20. Can't roll anything lower. That's
All right.
great.
I'm gonna need a decision.
Oh yeah.
You can either vote or I can choose for you. Because kind of what it sounds like is that you guys are gonna be searching throughout the night.
Yep.
If that's not what the case is, speak now.
We're searching.
All right, so you guys search for the
problem,
night.
Mike.
So you guys will actually get an advantage on the next two rolls. So
Ooh.
you can choose who rolls this, but I'll give you guys the option.
Not me.
If he
I
says
need you to
history.
roll
Wait, rolling.
a
feel like you should-
nature and a survival check. Okay.
Fuck.
Will be
I
the
got
first
2
two
on survival.
So those will be the two that you guys roll at first, and then there'll be a third roll on kind of how you found it, which will be an investigation. That will be just regular. The other two will determine basically on how high those two rolls are. Will either give you advantage on the third roll, if that makes sense.
So do one person has to roll both of those?
You could choose to split it between two of you if you want. But essentially, I need a roll for a nature from one of you and a roll. It could be the same person for survival. Both of those are at advantage, and determining based off of what that roll is, we'll see if you guys get advantage on investigating this stuff. Okay, and that'll be
Both
a
of
third
those are
person.
governed by intelligence and wisdom. So Tydox would have +5 on nature and +3 on survival.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter. Ert's not rolling anything.
You beat me on
Seems
both
like
of
that's
those.
a Tydox thing. I'm
Right,
not
but-
very smart and I'm not very wise.
Randman's the survival ranger.
Well, I get like a proficiency, so I just got a +2.
Okay.
I've
You
got
actually
bad
get double
juju following
proficiency,
me.
actually, Raymond. So it's +2 to your. Well, I guess you have a -1. So.
Yeah. I think it was -2.
No,
Hey, yo.
never mind. It's actually just a 1. Is what you get.
Okay.
My
So
survival's okay, but
Todd, she's
Tydox is
you're,
rolling.
you're the one
Your
with the high
survival
proficiency.
is a +4 in the forest.
my nature, I only know
Your
I only
nature.
know turnips and not turnips.
it ain't a turnip.
So,
All right.
Whoever's gonna roll, go ahead and roll.
All right.
Roll
In
Tydox.
D&D Beyond, baby. Here we go. Advantage, everyone. Shaquille! No fucking way. One of those was a nat one. We got
Okay,
22
22,
on
really good
the
roll.
nature.
Now the survival roll.
Survival, baby. Not as good, but still 15.
All right.
So 22 and 15.
So average is 37. We'll say 36, 18. The DC to beat was exactly 18. So you get advantage on rolling investigation out to see how well you would have found or what you would have found.
Oh.
I'll explain kind of what you saw throughout the night.
All right. Advantage on investigation roll? Hell yeah.
Yep.
What's your investigation at?
Oh no! You bitch!
Ooh.
Both of those right next to nat 20s, and it just.
All right, so you guys spend 8 hours of your 30 and 54. So you have 22 and you have 46 hours. So anywhere from 22 to 46 hours left. So throughout the night, you guys have been searching and searching and searching. What you guys have found with the 15, it's the one that actually matters. You guys have found a lot of different things. You guys saw some animal droplings. You saw some glowing mushrooms at some point throughout the time. You guys saw a lot of different animals that have like crawled through that were around as you guys have kind of wandered deeper into the woods. Let me actually point where you guys are at on the map too. You guys would have probably made it to about here in the middle, almost to the edge of the cherry woods as well, as you guys are going to,
Ooh.
right underneath the bottom here. Throughout the night, you guys are tired, you're exhausted, and right towards the end, you see a multicolored egg. You see an egg that's pink with yellow polka dots around it, and you see one of them, and a little bit later, you see probably 20 steps further, you see another one that's blue with purple dots around it. And then another 20 or so steps further, you see a yellow with orange dots around it. And so that's kind of where you're at. You found 3 kind of in a row, essentially in this area, that seemingly are going towards a direction. Yep, Captain Hurt.
Is my ball glowing at all?
Your ball is not gone.
Just making sure.
Forgot about that.
Good question. That's a good question.
What about my butt? Did I fix my clothes before I left?
No, I don't know.
So
Okay.
if
I did.
but we were, did we find lilies or are we not
No,
there
we only
yet?
found
We've
eggs.
just found eggs.
You have found eggs, but something that you remember back to what she had said is that this lily attracts creatures towards them. So with your insight, because I think you have a pretty high passive insight, 17,
Yeah.
you would probably understand that this might be the direction that she would have had you go, or that if you follow this egg trail, you might end up getting to where you want to go. Anyways, you've it's been 8 hours, you're exhausted, but you may likely have come to that conclusion of like, let's keep finding these eggs and maybe it'll lead us somewhere.
Does anybody else see the multicolored eggs?
See him? I've been picking them up. What do you mean?
Eggs. Oh, you're just bare hand. Oh, okay. Archie, keep collecting. He would have instructed Archie to put them in little containment like jars, not necessarily like just grab them with his bare hands, but
Ram is just
Show
throwing
her
them
they
into his
grab.
clothes.
Yeah, I was like,
Just
we're like gonna make.
They're spilling out the hole in the back.
And
Let's
the
get
size
great
of
for
these,
breakfast in the morning.
the size of these eggs are enormous as well. If you were picturing a small little egg, you'd be wrong. It'd be more like an ostrich, like dragon egg of sorts, like something that is huge.
okay.
And so you would have probably only been able to carry like 3 at this point. You could probably carry at most like probably 8 to 10. But as you're following this trail of things, you come across one that seems like it's in the middle. The sun starts to start to come up. You guys need to all take a point of exhaustion. On D&D.
Do that at?
Under
It'll
your
be
conditions,
it'll be in your conditions.
underneath your health.
Yeah, click 1 point of exhaustion.
Ert's akin to an oviraptor, so he just likes eating eggs. Just saying.
Ugh.
But if you guys continue to follow these eggs, you guys come across a clearing where the sun has come up, and you notice that a shimmer is in the middle of this clearing, and you start to see that there's some multicolored designs of flowers within this clearing, none of which look like the lily, but it feels like you're in the right direction.
Excellent. Guys, I think we're in the area of where we need to be looking more intently for the lily. Everything else seems to be pointing us this direction. And Sho and Ranman, if you're tired of holding on to those big old eggs, I do have a bag of holding that we could just dump, 400 eggs in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds perfect.
It does seem more
No, I
efficient.
think Joe was carrying like one in each arm, and then he'd just be like, put it in his.
Ram's just got the one. He can't even see where he's going.
Love it. All right.
All right,
Just
so
wanted
you guys
throw that out there. Bag
yeah,
holding
for
baby.
sure. That's exactly what the lily would look like.
Beautiful.
what Captain Rich put in there. Other than there's just 3 of the golden things, but really good design. You see in the middle of the clearing, you guys, as you guys are walking up, you see something bounce off what looks like a rock, but it's metallic of sorts. Do you guys investigate further?
Let me see. What?
Let's see. This is metallic.
It looks like something is shining off of the sun is shining off of like a rock in the middle of the thing, which is weird for a rock to reflect the sunlight. So you guys can come to the conclusion that it's somewhat metallic.
Hmm.
Maybe
would
that
notice
box for
this.
something too. I think Joe would go up to it.
I'd probably follow along and just kind of look at it. I want to take a look. Would you just look at it?
If
Alright.
it seemed like it was more so a rock and not a lily, Tydox would let them look for it. He would not really go. He would keep surveying the rest of the area. He's
Okay.
here for a lily.
Things. I love shiny things and me.
Alright.
Shiny things, shiny things.
So Show and Captain Ert, as you guys get closer to it, you guys notice a solid gold egg.
Ooh.
And the finale of eggs here, everybody. Now look at this. This is beautiful. Come here, you
Alright.
see this egg?
All right,
And just
you
kind of
pick
look at it. Would you just look at it?
And you pick it up, right?
I picked it up and I was like, oh, he doesn't like it because it's not right white. Random white.
Random was
Um,
right.
Right? So who all? Just point of order. Who all is in this area?
I'm like right behind Show.
So
like,
you two are
like,
right behind
like
me.
right by
Raven,
Show. Like,
Raymond, are you guys next to them as well? I know Tydox said that
Um,
he's a little bit out.
More following behind, but not next to.
yeah, I'm like right next to Show.
I'll stay
Alright.
with Tydox. At least.
Eh.
So then,
Short king.
Show, Raven, and Captain Earth, will you roll a dexterity saving throw? And then Tydox and Raymond, will you roll a dex saving throw with advantage?
Oh, thank God.
Big old short kings.
Wait. Is that an ability check?
Mm.
It is technically an ability.
So
Actually, no,
zero
no,
advantage.
it's
It's
a
a saving.
Saving throw,
it's a
right?
saving throw. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
So ability checks are just like acrobatics, and all that.
Well, I got 10.
Okay.
But with advantage.
I got.
Roll 20.
Oh, this doesn't
Damn.
seem super important. Let's
24.
Wait, what's? You said Dex, right?
Yeah.
8,
Yeah.
I got 10 as well.
7, and oh, thank God. I got an 18.
Okay. Everybody below a 15, raise your hand. So just Captain Ern and Raven.
Mhm.
Okay. You guys all fall into a pit.
Captain Erd's like just a brick wall.
Every single one of you guys fall. And Raven and Captain Ern, you take 10 points of
Jesus.
fall damage.
This guy
The
will
rest of you guys take
Good
5
night.
points. As you
Oh.
have succeeded. As you fall what feels like 30 to 40 feet, you see the top of the clearing now is basically like a pitfall.
Excellent.
Around you guys are multicolored flowers, mushrooms, all sorts of things that could be the lily. If you look closer, but you guys are now in a cave, essentially a burrow of sorts.
So I have a passive investigation of 17.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll to see if we see the lily, or do we not see the lily yet?
You don't see the lily yet. I'm gonna have you probably roll for investigation to see, and this is going to be at disadvantage because you are exhausted. So
Booty. 2 rolls,
Booty.
lowest of them.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a 4. That's not
not a good
not
sign.
great, but still room to fail. It's a 2. Okay, so it got worse.
9.
Jesus.
With a
Yeah.
9, you don't see the lily, but what you do
don't see the lily.
hear is crunching of bones.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Guys, I know that we're out here by my request, and I sincerely apologize, but there's definitely something in here that's eating something else.
What
Anybody,
do you
Let's
mean something
move.
else?
anybody feel like investigating that? Maybe it's got some stealthy capabilities.
We
Uh,
we eat other things all the time.
I think I just bruised my hip bone, so I'm not checking anything out.
I'm just like, oh, that fall did some damage.
Yeah, you're not very dexterous, Captain Ert. You just kind of just like dropped like a rock, didn't you?
Well, Rammid's
Yeah,
no
that's great.
chicken, so
Hell yeah.
he's
Raven.
gonna
Appreciate
go
you.
right up. The ranged
Alright.
I mean,
person.
Yeah, I think Show would also be kind of sneaking up, being like, I'm gonna look for more eggs. That was a golden egg. I bet there's a treasure trove of eggs down here, guys.
Mm.
Yeah.
Head with Redmond.
Archie would have gotten more containments, and we would have picked up like one of every weird thing that we found, just in case it could be used for the medicine lady.
Yeah, so you gather all these things in vials and different tubes and jars and other stuff. And throughout this time, you guys are searching. You spend about 3 or 4 hours, all with this hearing of this crunching of these bones. It continues to just linger into your guys' minds. So you guys are now about 18 hours to so you guys have 18 to 42 hours. 18 for sure saves this person. 42. Now remember, it took you guys 18 hours to get here, plus then you moved a little bit more. So right now you guys are looking dangerous. But in this time, you notice on the side of a cliff, you see a multicolored lily.
Ooh.
Tydox just like. You guys see that up there? That has got to be definitely what we need.
Raymond can't tell if it's glowing because he has dark vision.
No, that's Randman, that is definitely the thing that we need. It looks exactly like she described.
It's not glowing. I thought there was supposed to be a glowy flower.
What if you turned on your magical eye? Maybe it's out of batteries.
Is my
With your
ball
magical
glowing?
eye, your ball is not glowing, but the your magical eye, Raymond, you do see that it is the lily. In perfect, everything that Tydox has described about it, you do see that that's the lily. It looks about 15 feet up in the air, or 15 to 20 feet up in the air. It's higher than Captain Earth can reach, and but it looks as though you guys could climb
Is
up
that
of some sort.
higher than I can jump? Show can.
Can't you jump like 40 feet in the air?
You could jump.
Not 40.
You could probably jump up to grab it for sure.
Wait,
So
how,
landing is a different
how high did you say it
question.
was? You said 15 feet in the air?
It's about 20 feet. So you guys have fallen like 30 to 40 feet. It's about halfway in between the top of this place. And you guys are now kind of in like a dome of sorts of where it is. So
I
but it
probably
is, like,
look
up
to
in the-
Show, and then it'd be like, Show, if I lifted you up, do you think you could grab that lily?
While your walking speed becomes 30 feet, unless your walking speed is higher and your speed isn't reduced. If you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor, in addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance. What would the normal distance be?
10 feet. So your boots also allow you to jump as
Jump
well.
30 feet.
Okay.
So your shoes of spring or whatever I named them.
So yeah, I think we can do it, Captain. I think if you can hold your feet out, I can spring off of it.
All right, let's give it a shot. And so we probably try it.
Show making acrobatics check with advantage.
But I have a disadvantage, so it just cancels out,
It
right?
cancels exactly. So yeah. So just roll it regular.
I got a 14 plus 5, so 19.
So you run and jump off of Captain Ert's hands, and he lands you. You reach up, and you barely are able to grab this lily. As you land down, what is everyone's passive perception?
11.
Perception 13.
14.
So, Raven, as you're watching this happen, you notice that she grabs the lily, and as she lands, you notice that there's 2 eyes that are staring at you in a blood red little look right behind where she lands.
So it's by her? Or
Yeah.
by him? Yeah.
By him.
Guys, you see those beady eyes over there?
Those beady little eyes. They're coming.
What?
Shell,
What- what happened?
I think you got somebody by you.
As soon
I
as he
think
says
Joe
that,
would turn around and look
Yeah,
at it.
so as you turn and look at it, you see a bunny.
defensive field.
You
my
see
God.
a white bunny that is got blood red eyes, a tiny little creature, probably like a foot or so tall, and it's adorable. Probably the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Tydox was
Oh.
probably looking the other way, and he turned when Raven said that, and like you see him like flinch, like he's still a little shell shocked, and he cast his second and last defensive field on himself for 4 temporary HP, thinking we're gonna get hit with something.
Okay.
And it's like, oh,
It's just a little bunny, isn't it?
The bunny
Tuttle,
just-
just so dramatic. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
just-
a rabbit. Maybe we can make it into rabbit stew. Or it's white, Captain Art. Maybe you want it as a pet?
That would be a good pet.
It just stares at you as you're saying it. It hops around a little bit, but it just looks up at you lovingly.
He just got bloodshot red eyes.
Yep. And
If
it's
we
like,
had
It's
that-
all like a bunny.
It's a cute
Oh, is that
little
your
rabbit.
Rhino? Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
We have the lily. We should
I think-
probably just find a way out.
No, we didn't grab the lily.
she has it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe
she
has
Oh, I,
it.
Sure.
I thought it was
Really?
barely out of reach. My bad.
No, Show has it. Yep. She was barely able to grab it. Actually, was the
Asks, can Archie put that in a little containment so it's safe, and then we'll get out of here. We don't have to hold it.
Sure, Todox, here you go.
Appreciate that. You're a little rough and tumble, so it wouldn't want us to hurt the thing that we need.
Mm.
so you
Yeah,
put it.
I'm a little rough and tumble, but some of us gotta get things done around here.
So you put the flower into the rainbow lily. You put it into the jar, lock it up, put it in your bag of holding, and you notice the rabbit gets closer and closer to you guys, as if gesturing to like want to come with you guys, or you know, he looks
Or
nice.
he's a
and friendly.
Tomberry, and if he gets close enough, we're all gonna take a little knife of 9,999 HP.
You're lucky.
I
think
get it.
it's
It's a
lucky
Final
we're not
Fantasy
the
reference.
arms.
I understood that one.
Bam! Got it.
Well, I don't see really a way back out of here. We just kind of fell through the roof. Maybe
Is
we
there a
should
way?
follow this little guy.
All right.
I mean, does
I mean, we do have the egg, so we'll be fine for a few days.
Come on.
How's your animal
Mhm.
handling knowledge? Maybe we can communicate with the rabbit. Anybody speak
Oh
rabbit?
no, I can barely speak common little rabbit.
Actually, I got +2 on rabbit or animal.
Specifically rabbit.
Specifically
Like,
white rabbit. Specifically white rabbit
White rabbit.
and treasure cat. Actually, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you will have to roll at disadvantage because you're exhausted, but
Oh, never mind. Do whatever you want.
I've hunted
Just
plenty
ran
of
to try to
these.
talk to it.
We've hunted plenty of these.
Mhm.
You've hunted plenty. It's probably not a good conversation starter. Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
telling him.
15.
terrible.
The other
Yeah,
wasn't
but
at 20, so
you see the rabbit hop into your hands, Man, and it's a foot tall. You're 3 feet tall, so it's like a third of your body. So for you, it's pretty big. For everyone else, it's a tiny little bunny. It's pretty much the size of that egg, and it starts to nestle into your body.
Aw, you can eat it.
Could you roll me a dex saving throw?
yeah.
No,
Look you. No. All right. Did we get disadvantage on that? No, right?
Not
no,
that.
Not on saving throws.
11.
11. You feel this rabbit latch onto your body.
Oh, no.
And you take 4 points of damage.
Ow.
you Alaskan bullworm.
And
I knew these things were nothing but pests.
as the rabbit tastes your blood, I'm going to need to have everyone roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Do you let go of this rabbit, or is it still in your hands?
Oh, I am letting go. This
As
is not the
you-
situation Random wants to be
As
in.
you guys are rolling initiative,
Oh,
I'll tell you guys what you see. You see this rabbit feast on the blood as the red dripples down its thing. It
Bro.
grows and grows and grows
Vampire bunny.
to
Oh no.
about 30 feet. It takes up most of the cave that you guys are in.
Oh geez.
It's about
Is it-
20 feet,
Ooh.
but it's
Wait, yeah, it wouldn't
big.
matter. Never mind.
It is a very large. It starts to grow its head into the scaly, dinosaurish thing.
Is
and
it
its
bipedal or
teeth,
quadrupedal?
bipedal?
Okay.
Oh, kind of. It has two hands that are close to the ground, but it is standing up at this point. It is standing up to about 20 feet. When it crouches back down, it's about 10 feet of rabbit.
used all
Its
my net.
ears get super long, and you see the bloodlust in its eyes. And so everybody roll
And-
initiative.
That's where we'll break. See ya. Till 2 weeks.
Okay,
from now.
bye.
No. Hopefully we won't have a 3-hour fight. It should
We don't
be-
have to. We don't have to roll with disadvantage, do we?
Alright.
Got 18.
I put a picture of what it looks like.
20 or higher. Show, what did you roll?
22.
Okay.
Thank
15 to 20.
Oh no. Almost.
Ranman, what'd you roll?
18.
Okay. 10 to 15.
Bunny ears.
11, and then, or what'd you roll?
14.
So, we got
It's a cute little
Raymond.
bunny.
Tydox, what'd you
you.
roll?
Nat 1.
Oh, he built different.
For a total of what?
For 20.
Negative.
20.
I have 0. I have a 0 initiative.
He
Nat
can't
1
even
minus
fight.
1. He's
He's not even
petrified
allowed.
by the
He
fact
loses
that you
a
wanted
turn.
to cuddle this rabbit. And he's like, fuck.
All right. So what you guys see, this is the
I was so close to just shooting it preemptively too.
I would have. TEDx would have applauded you. He's petrified.
and so this is what you guys see. Show. You are up.
Against the rabbit.
Joe would have seen that this rabbit was basically feasting on Ramon's blood, and he's gonna invoke rage because he's mad. Like, hey now, like you can't be doing that. He just wanted to give you a little cuddle. You don't have to be so rude. And then I think he would go to basically like run head on at the bunny rabbit and then like try to grab its ears and like grapple it essentially.
Roll an athletics with disadvantage. Oh, you're raged. So normal.
I get
I think it's
normal, right? Yeah. I got a 23 total.
23 total. You barely beat it. And so you are grappling this thing.
Yeah. Yeet.
So now you guys all get just probably I think.
Normal.
Well, do they still get disadvantage? Is it or do they?
Not
Just
on attack,
abilities.
so it's
Yeah.
just ability.
Okay.
checks.
Cool.
So
they
it's
do
advantage
get
on attack
advantage.
rolls.
Yep. It's not disadvantage on attack rolls. It's just ability checks.
Yep.
And it's also not saving throws because she's grappling it, right? But if
Excuse
she,
me. They, them, him.
It's
yes, he, because if he, oh shit, he would have to do ooh, never mind.
All right. So show that's show's turn. Rim, and you're up.
All right.
Show is grappling this thing, giving you advantage.
Random is
on
very
it.
upset.
And you just have been bit.
Oh, is it bad? Where'd he bite me?
In the arm.
Okay, that's okay. Here I see. I'm gonna go do my slingshot.
Raymond,
Raymond.
could you also roll me a Constitution saving throw?
All right.
No.
I'll tell you, you have to beat
Oh,
an
my-
18.
He did.
Oh, I thought. All right, it's at 9.
Okay.
He did not.
Keep that in
beat
mind.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I know what that's for.
I'm sure that has nothing to do with the rabbit bite on my arm.
You're gonna turn
Not
into a
a-
bear bunny.
suddenly feeling very hairy. Alright, but I'm gonna do my slingshot. What is it, advantage now?
God.
Yep.
Boom. 22.
22 does hit.
Boom. 7. Let's see. Do I want to reroll? Actually, I'm gonna reroll that. Yeah, once per turn I can reroll with my
Okay.
piercer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
This is a good feat.
I can probably do better than a 3. Nope.
That's worse than a 3.
We could probably
That's
do better
okay.
than 3.
That's a 1.
Statistically, he
Plus
could
4.
have.
He had a chance.
I had a bigger chance than not,
Yeah.
and I didn't hit those
Yup.
numbers, that's all.
All right. You do 5 points of damage to it. Do you do anything else?
Nope.
All right. Shaw, I'm going to move you also.
Thank you.
It is a big rabbit to grapple.
You are up.
So then after seeing everyone, Ert's probably is it a turn to pull out my weapons and stuff?
No.
Well then I'm gonna use my longsword and shield. Is what I'm gonna have equipped on me.
Okay.
And then so I will go ahead and try to attack these beasties. And then so I will roll a 15 plus 21. Does 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So then I'm attacking it with my long sword. And then so I now I need to do a. Is it a 1 plus? What's the difference between the 1 plus 8 and the 1 plus 10?
It's a 1 plus 8 because you have
Okay.
a shield in your hand. You're using it
Okay.
one-handed.
Okay,
One,
so
the
then I do
D10 is the
1d8.
other.
Okay.
Which
Do
one?
1d8 is. I think this is an 8. I think that's an 8.
8 looks like 2 like diamonds.
Take this one, right? Yeah, okay. So I got 6 plus 4. I did 10 damage.
10 damage. Nice.
So basically, what happened is after seeing Raymond use a slingshot and then Show grappling it, Ert's gonna pull out his sword and shield and he's gonna go run and charge straight at it and just do a massive shoo right across its gut, right across the belly, the bunny
Nice.
button.
You see
Sure.
that you slash it, but for some reason your blade does not do as much damage as you would think should do. So you come and slice this thing, but for some reason it does not.
Almost akin to like a little bit worse than a paper cut, right?
It looks like its skin is thick and it's hard to cut through the skin.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Raven, you're up. Unless you have anything else you want to do with your bonus action or.
I'm gonna leave it there for right meow.
Okay.
So
Raven,
he's
you're up.
also right in
Okay.
front of them.
Who would benefit?
Yeah, I'm right in front of
I
him.
would assume Show, but who would benefit from a bump to their ability check? Since we're all
Definitely
exhausted.
show.
Definitely.
So then
Shaw
I
would
am-
probably, yeah.
yeah, I'm going to craft a revolver. The
You just
drink.
pull out a 6
The
shooter.
drink.
Oh, okay.
That's the name.
Hell
of the
yeah.
concept. Which is
Pull out a
basically
6-shooter.
guidance. So on your next ability check, you get an extra D4 to it.
Cool.
Cool.
And that'll be it. For
So-
this turn.
All right.
I feel like I'm
Wow.
like still in a grapple, so it's like you come over
like
to me and
pouring
then
it
like
down.
I'm like I didn't know it. Okay.
They fail the strength check to get out.
Nice.
With a nat 1, but they
So it
can
got
still
worse, is what you're
fight.
saying.
So you prevented them from doing their claw damage, but they tried to bite you, Show.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, my armor class is 17.
So if it meets it, it beats it.
Okay.
You are raged though, so okay. It does 9 half to 4. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
With the no. save.
22 total.
22.
Nice.
Perfect. Nothing happens.
All right.
I've been rolling really high, so I'm waiting for these to all turn into like 3s.
Tydox, you're up.
That's exactly what happened to me. I rolled us really high to get us into the situation, and now y'all gonna have to get me out again. Okay. Let me see. So Tydox is. Is there a pointer on here? Yeah. Is this area like? Are they backed into like a corner?
So that's essentially what the cave, you guys would have had to like get up on top of that to get the
Okay.
the stuff.
So it's
That's
a
where
high
the
thing.
loot is at. Yeah.
Okay. So what is this?
It is backed
High
into a
10.
corner though. So yes, but that is the high ground essentially.
So roughly 10 by 10 that I would probably cast in that area.
Okay.
I don't want to hit everybody, but
They're all grouped up
I'm
there.
definitely hitting Show, but I'm gonna try my best not to hit Urt. And that's where
Thank
we're gonna
you.
cast Grease.
Lightning or
So you shoot out oil on top of that. What's the
So,
DC? What's the save?
This 15.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
And I don't know how grappling affects a dexterity save, but
It would give her disadvantage, or give Mojo, but it'd give him Show disadvantage. But since he Show, you'll have to also roll a dex saving throw
A deck saving throw.
to beat a 15.
11.
So you ungrapple from this person as you slip and go prone.
What did you do this for? I just wrangled that thing to the ground.
did great. But did they both fall to the ground?
They both fell to the ground, yes. So you ungrappled it, but you are both prone at this point. So you still do have advantage on attacking it. And it takes half your movement to stand up. Was that your whole move?
No, I think I would direct. I can move Archie, right? So I gotta get off the pointer. I would run and have Archie move as a bonus action to give Show some like assistance getting up to like aid as the help action, and tell her the plan of. Again, he can't speak, but he's basically giving the hand signals of we're gonna light this bitch on fire. So
Archie runs up to you, Show, and he's like,
I don't speak lizard. I don't know what this means.
he looks at you, he grabs your.
Buy me a new pair of pants. I just got these things back, and you just ruined them again. Okay? You listen to the lizard. You tell him to reimburse me for these
He
pants.
grabs your shirt at this point and looks at you in the most intimidating as he can eyes, and stares at you intently, and he goes, "Oh."
Yeah, I get it that he's fluffy. Okay, I can see him with my eyes. Okay.
That's the move.
That's the move. So, Show, you are up, and you've gotten Archie to try to help you out. It costs half your movement to stand up if you just want to stand up. But if you want to try to grapple this thing again, you can, or whatever you want to do with your turn.
I think Shell would understand what means. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna be like, well, time made my life harder, but I'm gonna go try to grapple this thing again. Like, that's crazy. And
Well, at least
I
you-
think he would do the same thing.
Is that
you
when
no
aid
lo-
would come in?
Yes. So you don't
could be
get
like mud
double
bites.
advantage, but I will give you a +2 to this roll to try to beat this thing, because you can't get like double advantage, and so you have advantage for being raged. Goes to just a regular.
Um,
Yeah.
my dice says 15. I don't know what's going on really, or like what
Athletics.
my athletics.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's +6, so 15 + 6.
Jesus.
21. So
Plus
you,
2.
you're bare like mud wrestling. You like go back in and you freaking slide into this thing and you grapple this thing again on its ground. You're kind of putting it in a submission. It's like squirming around. It no longer can stand up.
Okay.
Right.
And then I would then like to try to punch him.
All right, perfect.
With
Yeah,
my
get it.
my action.
Get it. Make it pay.
Yeah.
A 16 + 6, and I think I technically have an advantage if that doesn't hit.
It does hit. Yep.
Okay. And then 1d4. So 5 damage.
And your fists are bludgeoning, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You said you did 6 damage to it?
5.
5. Okay. Perfect. All right. You notice. I mean, you're able to attack him normal, versus what you watched Captain Nerd attack him with his sword was half damage, essentially.
Okay.
Looks like it had some sort of resistance, but your bludgeoning damage and Raymond's piercing damage, both were fine.
See, boys, this is why I'm telling you the fist is always the best thing to use.
The fist is mightier than the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could light it on fire like we do everything else.
Raymond,
Remember
you
when
are,
we almost, or remember when Raven and I did die the last time we just did that? But I don't know. What do I know?
I mean,
There's,
you only
I
got
don't know, you're
close to
both-
death. It's not.
There's no wooden building around us.
We're in a cave. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Grass
You did a
can't
pretty
light
good
on
job
fire.
bludgeoning that one guy to
Moss.
death.
Raymond, you are up.
Alright, it's no longer grappled.
It is now
Oh, it is.
grappled,
Yep.
actually. Yep.
Okay.
Do grapple.
Do
And it's prone, so I mean, you
Sling
already
it,
had
baby.
advantage on it, but
trusty
now it kicks
slingshot.
back up.
14.
14 misses.
Right.
I rolled a 4 and a 6. Oh man,
That's tough.
I can't. My slingshot kind of has to hit to do things.
Yeah, are you also keeping track of your pebbles as well? I don't know how many you have left, but
Let's see. I'm still. Oh well. Actually,
Start
I'm not. I didn't have as much as I was thinking.
You can start
I
shooting
would just
mushrooms.
keep an eye on those as well.
Start
Ert,
punching those
you are up
explode
unless
eggs.
Raymond has anything else that he can do.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Um.
Ert, you're up.
Okay. Cool. I have a cool idea.
Never
Is it gonna
goes
work?
well for
I know
Ert.
it never goes well.
Poor
So
Ert.
we'll see how this works. Don't fuck me, dice. I got 10. No, I got 11.
What did you want to try to do before you roll? Just attack it?
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
11 does not hit.
Yeah. Is it a turn to put my sword away?
No.
Okay. Well, regardless. Oh, I got an idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically after seeing what Sho did, it's like just basically punch it. Ert's gonna put his shield away, and as he's gonna go down, because the rabbit's on the ground right now, right?
Yes.
And so basically what's gonna happen is Captain Ert's gonna come straight down and just try and like punches straight in the ground, but he slips on the grease and basically ends up and just completely falls backwards and just does a complete like flip and trying to punch this damn rabbit, and he slips on the grease.
Sure. And you take 2 points of damage.
Worth. Wait, do I get advantage?
On hit, yeah, if you want, you can. You do get advantage, yes.
I didn't even roll twice. Maybe I get a chance. Maybe I get a chance because it's gonna be super cool. Fuck me. I got an 20.
Oh my goodness. He did something good.
Nat 20
did something
does hit.
So then, actually, what happens is he swung around in the grease and then
He does
Are you
a
just
grease-
the whole scene
Gives him more
just
momentum.
a chain couple?
He does it. I don't worry. I can change it. He does a graceful twirl, and and the first time ever, you see Captain Nerd put away his shield, slide on the grease, and then just basically do a sumo, bam, do a suplex right on top of the rabbit, going elbows deep right into this rabbit's chest.
Nice. And
That's
you
exactly-
double damage because you crit, so
Oh.
it does 10 damage to it.
Woo.
Perfect. Raven, you are up now.
All right. Let's see.
That could have been bad.
Yeah. I think I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to keep buffing our grappler because he's
Oi.
doing a great job, and the longer this bunny is grappled, the better. So I'm going to craft a Suffering Bastard, which and once again, pour it into your mouth as you're rolling around. So basically, you'll
I love this.
you'll now have a D4 on your next saving throw as well. So
I feel like Raven is like, you know, like in like shows in a boxing match, and like Raven's my coach,
Yeah.
and he's like
He's
in the
just-
corner
I'm the guy
on the
that's
mat.
like
He's
spraying
like,
your face. cutting your
he's
mouth.
like, just, there you go, a towel off your mess.
Yes, exactly. So this all begins to happen, and then it's the enemy's turn.
Oh.
They rolled a very high. I'll go ahead and we can roll an athletics show.
With
you have to be a
disadvantage, though, right? Or is it
23.
regular?
I only got a. It cancels out because I have.
Oh, okay.
I only got a 16 total.
Gotcha. So it breaks out of your grapple, and it goes to claw at you, and it does a ton of damage, or it does a ton of. It's 18 on the die, so.
Raven also due to me. I got too caught up in the boxing scene.
12 damage, half to
12 damage.
6.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
And then it goes to bite Captain Ert, who no longer has his shield out, and she.
I can self my shield.
You said
I
you
just
put
wanted
your
to-
shield up. You
Use
literally
the-
just told me.
No, I said put my sword up.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
not
No,
your
you did
shield.
say shield up.
Oh, did I
but
say-
didn't
oh, my
do
You
bad.
did say you put your shield up, but if you
Oh.
still have your shield up, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's a nat 20.
Right now, do you want your shield up or not? He wants his shield.
Well, I did want my shield up because I was gonna
All right.
Captain America it, but I ended up.
Rolled 2 8s
Good.
too, so 16 plus 4.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Sheesh.
Can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
Yes. Survey says 13, 16.
16. That's good to know. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
You needed to beat an 18.
Oh.
So keep that in mind. Ramin and Captain Ert both have
Yeah, I
gotten bit. Okay, and now it's Tydox's turn.
Yeah. Tydox is. If I shoot it with a magic missile, will it light everything on fire?
Nope.
Just your entire party.
The plan was laid, and y'all are there. That's on you.
We were there first. I'm not saying we weren't there first.
You were given instruction.
You're like, oh, you got a plan? Let me ruin this real quick.
I just. How far? Shit, bruh. Ugh.
Okay. And Archie's force blast wouldn't light anything on fire either.
No, neither one of them are fire damage.
No more
Just saying, I
fire.
don't think I have. I don't
Please, no
have
more
anything to
fire.
do that.
You don't even have anything
Well.
to light it on fire?
I have a torch that I'm gonna throw.
No.
Do not value your lives. Not even a little.
He's killed before. Don't
Yeah.
kill it,
Yeah,
man.
first days.
Can I? Tydox is gonna ask the party. Is there? I'm gonna light it on fire. That's the only way we can kill this thing. What do you
The
think?
fire.
Any objections?
I mean,
know,
I'm
can I
not in
even-
the square, so.
I don't know. Can we even hear them? We're busy fighting the rabbit while they're just chilling on the back.
Yeah, you can talk.
That's
Talk
another
before you-
fire.
Raymond, since you're next to him, you should be the one to talk him down.
No more fire, please.
Hell no. I got tons of fire. Why do I have so many fucking? I got.
I'm up.
Do it.
It's-
Cho wouldn't
doing
be really listening. He's like fucking.
Show takes half damage, so Show gives 0 fucks.
Yeah, I'm busy getting
Not
eaten
to
alive.
fire.
To be fair,
Not
I
the
did
fire.
throw
Oh, it's
a
only
Molotov
Bunny.
at
Did I try to
Cho
blow
one
out
time
the-
when she
could I
was
try and blow out the
grappling, so
torch?
you would not be the first.
Just-
I'll say.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tydox is definitely gonna take his take out a torch and try to throw it at the bunny.
Oh
Right,
my
let's just go.
gosh.
Just try and
I'm
blow it
also
out.
gonna
Roll.
move. Hold on, I'm gonna move. Like, shit, it's gonna move. Alright, it's fine. Like behind him, but
Okay.
I'm gonna keep you with there.
Roll just a flat d20.
Yeah. All right. Muy importante. Big dice. Fuck. 18.
18 does hit.
Yeah, it
Barely.
does. Burn them all.
So
Barely.
you light this area on fire, this big square. It takes. We'll call it 4 points of damage. Show
4.
Captain Ert. Raven's not really in the area, so and then Archie, I'll take 4 points of damage as well.
God.
Well, that was part of
Archie.
the move. I was gonna bring.
He
I
had
have a bonus
Archie
action
move.
to move Archie back
Move
to
Archie.
me.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
The
then
mansion. He's changed after the mansion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he decides fire is the worst, so we're gonna keep using it.
all right, Show, you are up.
Yeah, I.
Make another athletics check real quick. Oh no, sorry, it's not grappled anymore. So no,
It's not grappled anymore. So the fire did 4 damage, just also to the bunny.
Yeah.
We still don't know how to get out of here. I don't think.
You could try to wrestle the bunny into submission and get him to tell us.
Yeah, in the fire.
Hey, if you hold him over the fire,
Like
roasted rabbit's
Joe.
delicious.
I feel like Sho has had like a rebirth in the when he died in the fire, and I don't know if he's like afraid, and I think he's got like Bane like Bane like I was born in the fire like energy now.
Oh,
And I
the
think he just
fire.
doesn't he's like just doesn't care. So I think he's just gonna be like, let's go, buddy, and like we're just gonna eat some grilled rabbit after this, and he's gonna go for another grapple, I think, again.
You take 7 points of fire damage.
Jesus.
And
My
then
God.
roll with your d20 plus athletics.
Well, I got a 10.
It got a 10 as well. So you guys are in a stalemate. It's not grappled, but you guys are
Isn't it meets it
Right.
beats it?
meets it, beats it. But in opposing roles for it, it's like it's a clash. It's like a PvP thing. So they like it's the only time that it's like 0.
like-
just imagine them like
Um,
holding arms
Yeah.
against each other, but it's just like little
Yeah.
bunny paws. And
It's like
Show's
strong
hands.
arms.
Show online. I think Show would just Show actually is going to try to rock climb up the wall above the bunny.
Okay. So, perfect.
I don't know if that's like a acrobatics or athletics check.
You can do an athletics as well to try to
Mhm.
climb up there. You will be getting an opportunity attacked on you.
Yeah, I
Um,
figure.
it's 14. I think you have a 17.
That does not beat, or that, yeah, I have a 17 armor class. I got a 16 on my check, and I'm basically just trying to scale
Yeah,
up.
you start to scale up top of the thing. You have about 30 feet of the ability to climb, so you get all the way up top on top of this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, I assume I used like all my movement to get up there, but basically, I think I'm just gonna try to get up there and either look around for a way out, or maybe I'll pile drive the bunny on the next round. or
Yeah.
something.
Can you roll me an investigation or perception?
Yeah.
How much damage did you take from the bunny, or did you not get hit by the bunny?
She,
I didn't get hit by the bunny.
Okay.
she got hit by the fire. She
I got
through
a I got a 12 total.
You notice a small rope about 5 feet above you that you would be able to climb up and
Okay.
ascend up to the top.
Hey guys, hey out!
How is it?
All right.
Wait, is it? What is it?
It's a rope, but good luck getting up here with that big old bunny in the way, even though the bunny is lit on fire. So now you have to traverse the fire and the bunny.
Oh god, why'd we?
I wonder if
really-
anybody has
Right.
something that could put the fire out.
Ramen, you are up.
Alright, well, Ramon's gonna get his revenge. Attempt number 2. He's gonna do a slingshot. He's definitely not grappled anymore, right?
Nope.
Alright, just normal roll. 22.
22 does hit. And you get to add your Colossus Slayer as well.
Yeah. Let's see. If I do that. Nice. 8 plus 4, that's 12. And then I'll do this one for the Colossus Slayer. That's just a 1. So 13.
If you want to re-roll that one because of your piercer,
Ooh.
you're able to.
You'll let me do that?
Yeah, once per turn.
Yeah. 2.
So that's better. You do 2 plus 12, so 14 damage.
It is better.
All right. It
Right
is
through the
still
ear.
kicking. But it looks like it is now very mad. You
That's
are
great.
Not hurt or
Um,
injured, just mad.
One sec.
Uh-oh.
How on fire is the bunny on fire?
It is on fire, yeah.
Okay.
Also, at this
the-
point, the bunny has morphed into like a, it's like a scaly, longer version as I was describing it. I mean, it's a horrifying looking creature, so
No,
it's
the
no
first
longer
one.
the cute little bunny.
the all the fire that's on the ground right now, is it like how high is it? Like, does it scale up?
It's like 5 feet. It looks as though there's some things in here that may be able to catch on fire, but
Well,
it
because
looks
what
like
I want
it's
to
in a self-contained area though right now.
what I want to do is I want to do my breath attack to put out the flame on the ground, and then but keep the flame on the bunny. Can I aim it just so it's like on the ground, puts out that flame?
You would not be able to aim it. You could aim it on the ground for sure and get that frozen.
Okay.
Depending on what you roll.
I just like to point out that this is a grease fire. That you're not supposed to put water or ice on a grease
It's
fire.
not.
Yes,
I'm gonna blow it all up.
He's
I'm a dragon. I can
So-
freeze the flame.
You use a towel to suffocate it. Everybody, you keep running my YouTube channel.
I'm suffocating it with my flame.
you breathe this ice down into it, and you can roll the 2d6. Go ahead, for the bunny.
I would like to petition for that voice to be my identify voice. Mojo has to do that identify voice now.
Oh, D6, the square one.
Yeah, the one
Get
that
a
looks
boy?
like a regular dice. Yeah.
It's a regular ass dice.
Okay, I got 4 and 6, so 10.
10. Perfect.
I want it to be cool. I really do.
Two.
Come on, baby.
All right.
The ice
So
breath.
you breathe ice into this fire, and the ice begins to immediately melt. And steam begins to rise into this thing, and it fills up the entire area with noxious fumes from the fire. Everybody roll a Constitution save.
Man,
19.
we are not.
How?
20.
16.
13.
17.
Raymond and you guys immediately start coughing and inhaling horrible fumes into your body. You guys both take.
Right after that big old breath.
So guys, you know we're in a team, right? We're supposed
guys-
to fight together.
You guys
we
both
got rid
take
of teams.
8 damage.
Oh my
My
god, I'm
God.
gonna
Inhale.
die.
As
You're
a
lucky my
toxic
toxic
fumes.
Everyone else takes 4 damage from the
4?
fumes that are in the air. I've been rolling so high on this D8, and I love it.
4 damage?
4 damage, and it's not halved because it's like a acid or.
I know.
poison.
Mhm.
Captain Ert, I just noticed something on your sheet. You are actually immune to disease.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up when you were gonna bring up the
Um,
Constitution, but I wasn't gonna say anything until you brought it
Yeah.
up.
But not
so
coughing.
You
ignore.
were trying to like do the gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, I was trying. I was like, nope, I'm immune.
In the reverse.
So
Well,
ignore
actually.
ignore what I was gonna say.
Perfect.
Raven, you were up.
So how ignitable?
Wait,
are
hey,
these,
excuse me, sir.
oh,
My
you still
bonus
going?
action.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have a bonus action.
Keep going.
That's right. I'm gonna use Turn the Tide because.
Oh my
I
God.
need it. I'm gonna use Turn the Tide, so as a bonus action, each creature of your choice. So basically, everyone that's below half health, which I think is only me and Show.
I don't even think
But-
shows under.
I think Show
I'm
might.
done.
be-
Yeah,
Definitely
she's
under half.
yeah, just under.
Really?
Oh,
Ooh.
So it's one.
I have to keep
Do I
it
roll
in
it for
pages up.
Show or do I the Show roll his own?
You roll. Just roll for 1d6
One-
plus
okay.
4, and then that's how much.
5 plus
Raymond is just
3.
barely above it. Too.
8. So 8. So we both heal for 8.
Can't... Ah, shit.
You were gonna say something? Do you have a reaction? Or...
No, it wouldn't. No. Work.
All right, Raven, you're up then.
So how flammable is this this gas that just got?
Very flammable.
Okay.
Very, very flammable.
Let's do
Oh.
it.
It looks like this place is gonna explode, and you guys are also underground at this point.
My-
Just
my-
a point of order. Just a point of order for you guys. You guys have created this situation for you. Not me.
Dungeon Master
All
has
right?
actively prevent us from TPKing ourselves with our terrible choices.
I did not put you in this situation. You put yourselves in this situation.
Oh. Okay.
Time to do some sketch.
My hope was that you would just put out all the fire and then I could relight the bunny on fire, but that's not going to be a good idea. So Ert still looks like you're in big trouble health-wise. So
Mhm.
I am going to craft you let's do a rye whiskey, level 2 cure.
Hashtag blessed.
Mm, hashtag.
One second, let me see what that
Is there all this black stuff
It's heroin.
Here, like elevation, higher elevation, or a lower
Yep.
pit?
Yep.
Higher
So you get
elevation.
healed 4.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are essentially at the bottom, so everything that you see is higher elevation for you.
Okay.
So not as much as I'd
Gotta
like,
get
but hopefully that's enough to keep you.
How much did you heal him for?
4.
4 with the... Dude, that's terrible.
I know. It was. I rolled a 1 on the D8.
Oh my gosh.
That is tough.
Sorry,
That is
bud.
tough.
I wasted a level 2 spell on that.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
The bunny begins to jump. Okay.
Jump on it.
Everyone needs to roll a dexterity saving throw
Jesus.
as it
Oh,
pounces
no.
onto the ground.
Okay, do something good.
20.
What the heck?
Natural 20. Great job.
16.
18.
18.
That's a 2.
Double check. Like, uh-oh.
Raman and Raven, what were your guys's?
What
Six-
roll is it?
16.
16, and then dex saving throw.
Like saving throw. Yeah, a lot of saving throws this time. 23.
Dang.
23.
Attaboy.
So everybody under 18, you guys are now prone.
Okay.
Like 18 and under, or 17 and lower?
18 and under. 18 and above is good. 17 and lower.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
My health is 18 and above. Can that count?
Stop it. Get out of here.
So it hops into the air and then lands down with a shake. It shakes the ground basically. And so now, Raven, it goes to bite you.
Oh no.
Wait.
Why does it keep targeting different people?
Because these are all in the same, just like vicinity, all in front of you. Does a 12 hit you?
12? No,
Yeah.
I'm 13.
And then it begins to claw at Captain Ert for a nat 20.
No.
I'm sorry, I couldn't heal you more.
I need more than that 4 health you gave me, please.
I'm so sorry.
How's it take me out?
Oh.
It's not gonna take you out. You have 18 health, bro.
That doesn't matter. It did like 14 last.
I know.
It rolled really low on these, but it
It's a
still
crit.
does 15 damage.
That's what I just said. Oh,
Just because it
You're
crit.
not dead.
Yeah, it rolled really low on those 4d8s.
Ert's trying, man. He's struggling.
Jesus. And Tydox, you were up.
That
Alright.
4 saved me.
Oh, we know how
Every
to
little
get-
bit counts.
Okay. I got a plan. Tydox is going to use Thorn Whip to try to hit this bunny. 24.
24 does hit.
Hell yeah. So, and I can move him. It says 10 feet. So can I move him over here?
Yeah.
So 10 feet, just like. Yeah. So,
What is
Oh,
That's
that?
actually what it looks like. Sorry. My bad.
oh my god.
The
I
bottom.
was gonna like fucking phase two.
Surprise!
Phase two.
Is that a cockatrice? What is that?
It is a
Cockatrice.
cockatrice. That's
it
what
is?
it looks like. This the stat block is based off of something completely different, but
Oh,
Nice.
I wanted to
So-
look to be that.
It's
That
disgusting.
That gave him 4 damage. But we moved him out of the way of the rope. So
He's at this point looking pretty fucked up, to be honest. So,
good. I mean, we could stay and fight, but
but you guys
And-
could also leave because Captain Earth is down. You choose whatever you want to do.
I
Just
can
that
take
Captain Earth is prone right now. And it's
take it.
not looking.
There is
great.
that fire still there.
I am also.
No, I
there,
put
so
it out.
can't.
It's just noxious
Okay.
fumes now,
the,
right?
the fire is out. Yeah,
Fire's
it is-
gone.
It is steamed into noxious fumes in the air.
All right. Well, the noxious fumes are still there.
First bonus action, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself. So if he wants to like attack me, he has to make a Wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, the creature must choose somebody else, which unfortunately means you should be away from me.
Attack you. Yeah. Right.
That's selfish as
correct.
fuck.
This is part of Tynox's
I
plan.
said before, we are a team.
About to throw him into the noxious
For the
fumes.
shit I want. Holy.
All right.
And then
Tylox.
lastly,
Yeah.
we
what are
have-
you gonna do?
we have Archie to shoot him with his thingy
His
that I lost a
bazooka?
stat block for.
I got it.
It's a D4, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to roll a d20 first.
Does Captain Erd have
Oh,
time to go to the
yeah.
bathroom?
See if it hits.
Oof. 15.
15 does not hit.
No.
Going for it.
Okay. Sorry.
So
All right.
I will distract
Show-
him. You guys have to run.
show
up the
you
ladder.
are,
The rope. Get up the rope.
I think you have to scale a wall. I think the rope is at the top. I don't think
Yeah,
it's like
you have
You
to-
need to
have
find
skill
out
roll
if it can go
and
down.
also
Yeah.
jump.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You guys
so-
got to get that figured out.
Oh no, Shell's not figuring that out. Shell is going to run to where the cockatiel, like above the cockatiel, and he is going to slam down onto him, and he's gonna like try to essentially like drop directly down on him, grapple him, and then punch him.
People's elbow him from
Like-
the top ropes. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
For sure.
Mm,
You can roll this one with advantage as well.
And do you still have the D4 if you need it?
The
Yes.
D4 actually is only for ability checks, I believe, with guidance.
Okay.
So this is a 17 plus 6. Or is that for to hit or to the or what was that for? It was a
To
17.
hit. To hit.
Okay. Perfect.
But then you said you're going to grapple him as well. So go ahead and roll an athletics for that as well. So I think it's still a +6. So you can choose whichever one you want for. The 17 plus 6 does hit, though.
So I got a 17 total, and then the other one was 17 plus 6. So 17 and 23.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, the grapple does not work, but you do fucking people's elbow this motherfucker from the top ropes for 1d4 plus 4 damage.
Okay.
Nice. Get it.
That did 8 damage.
8 damage. Max damage. Nice.
How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh my god, I got it.
You did
think it really
just
was.
enough.
Just enough. I really think it was like from the top ropes, like elbow down into the skull of this thing.
Yeah.
Like Show probably did take damage coming down because he did not care at all about his landing, and he just like was gonna just elbow through and face this guy.
Yeah, let's
Going
roll.
down
I'll roll for
together.
it. That's fair. It's gonna be 2d10 because 20 feet. You take 8 points of falling damage.
Okay. And so then I think Show just pops up and he just like looks at Tynox and sees, was that so hard? We didn't need to light him on fire.
But yeah, that works, I guess. That's very
Okay,
impressive.
come on. I know we're in a rush. Stop dawdling. We gotta climb this wall. It's gonna take a while with you guys.
Totally.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are no longer in initiative. Great job. You guys are, what you guys have in front of you is, again, to scale a wall, and then 5 feet in front of that is a rope to kind of get out. You could also have somebody like tie up the rope. I mean, there's like other things you could do to try to like get out of this thing. But how do you get out of this burrow? Captain Earth, you're muted.
That's why I raised my hand. Can I use one of my half healing kits to heal me?
No.
You
No.
can't use it. Raven can use it.
Can I ask Raven to use this healing kit to heal me?
Yes, you may be. You have my permission.
So
How
Raven,
much
what you
healing
do
is
with it, it's your healer feat is what essentially you do.
Okay.
You can, for your flavor, you can concoct a potion of sorts to like help him get healed.
Okay.
And it's 1d6 plus 4, I believe.
All right. So I'm gonna take the cheap whiskey, and then I'm gonna mix some absinthe and some orange. Basically, I'm gonna make you like a modified version of a Manhattan.
Beautiful.
And you actually, how many
Is that the one in the copper
I
cup?
believe you have 4. So it's plus 4 plus 4 actually. So it's
So
actually
Moscow
8.
Mule on top of
Oh.
that.
He's the
So
worst.
so a
It's
D6
just
plus
not
8.
even the same type of liquor.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Okay. So 11 total then.
So for future, it's 1d6 plus 4 plus the target's level essentially.
Okay. So
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
So 11.
And so basically, I'm gonna grab that from like. Oh my god! Thank you. That was rough.
No problem, mate. You took quite a beating there.
Does anybody have any rope that we could get up to the other one? Is Sho gonna jump up again?
Yeah, I think Sho will just start like while that was healing was going on, he would just immediately start rock climbing or jumping up again.
We have another rope that we could tie to the rope.
I have rope.
Oh, I do have rope, I think.
Mm.
I believe.
I think we all have rope.
Me and Tydox both have mending too, so we can
Yeah.
double mend the hell out of this rope.
Yeah. Right. That's just like I don't know how that works, but
Oh yeah, also I'd like to go try and pick up some of the rocks.
he's getting his pebbles back, baby.
Get those pebbles back.
He's trying to find that.
You
metal
get
rock.
about 4 more petals. Pebbles
Yay!
back. Just scattered around, or 4 that are good, slingshot.
The pebble economy.
All right, and then you
Was there-
guys.
Did the rabbit
Was there
have
any
any loot
cool
on it?
things that, I was gonna say, was there
I was
any
waiting for
cool
that to happen.
I'm
from
just
the
saying.
rabbit?
He's gonna get those
That
rabbit
rabbit?
things.
You.
It's got 4 feet, right? Got
You
lucky
would
rabbit.
recognize that, the lucky rabbit foot, exactly. That's what I was going to say. You recognize that the foot of a rabbit is very lucky and could get you a lot of gold.
I
so maybe
need that.
Give you guys a lot of luck.
Especially one
Who
this
knows?
big.
I need luck.
So, especially one this big would be very. It's
So
it's
much
a
luck.
good omen. And
We
so,
get 1 lucky rabbit's foot.
Do we still have the golden egg? What is the status of that? Okay.
yep. You
Oh,
guys still
yeah.
have. You guys have 10 eggs in the golden egg, so 11 total. And so you guys gather out of it. To keep you guys time, it takes you about an hour to climb out of this. Okay. So
Was
you
my
guys-
bog
your
glowing at
time
all?
is 17 hours and 17 to 41 hours is how much time you have to. I did the math wrong. Oh no, I did it right. Good job. 17 and 41. So 17 for sure gets back. You guys can, heal up, and she'll be fine. 21 or 41, and you're cutting it close, but it's about 18 hours to get back.
Oh, I think we would
unless-
head straight.
Oh yeah.
Straight for
Tydox
it,
is
unless-
like as fast as we can go.
Yeah.
Dash
Um,
actions and everything.
Can you roll an animal handling, and we'll see if you cut the time a little bit.
Everyone or just
We'll have one. We'll just do one generic roll for every.
I'm gonna get on the black horse this time, just because.
You felt bad about getting on
Or
that horse.
Who has the highest?
horse diversity? So
I thought it didn't Randman have a +5 in animal handling?
I have a +2.
I have a 2 as well.
I have a 3.
Nothing to write home about.
Go for it.
Alright. Roll.
And it's. It doesn't matter, but it is also a disadvantage because.
At disadvantage? Oh
Mhm.
god.
Well,
It takes 20
I like
hours.
to negate. That's why I don't mind taking disadvantage because I always roll a nat 1.
So the nat one, it actually
Oh
takes
my
you
God.
guys. You guys are exhausted. You guys
No.
haven't slept. It takes you longer. You guys get back, trying to get there as fast as you can. You're exhausted. You guys, went through the whole night. You guys just had a battle with a horrifying creature.
She died 5
you
seconds
speed
ago.
through it.
Shut your face.
Then you guys get back, and that's where we'll end the session on a nice little cliffhanger on,
Oh my
on
God.
the status of the young halfling woman that Tydox had brought back to the village, on what has happened to her. Thank you guys so much for being here and for joining us today for our session 5. Thank you if you watched throughout the whole thing, and you're welcome for not another 5.5 hour episode. We will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Say bye.